Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another wonderful Friday night football club. Thank you. Welcome. I'm your host, with Lai. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know you. Let me know where you're joining from, guys. Let me know where you're joining from. Another beautiful Friday night. Let me know where you're joining from. What's happening in your end? What's going on in your ends? Let me know what's going on. What's going on? What's happening there? Are you going out this evening? Are you doing taking madam out? When you take madam out, just take our phone, let us know, let us know. So let me know where you're joining from. I can see that Bola Akombi is joining from UK. Thank you for joining. John Jones from Damascus, you are welcome. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. So I really actually want to appreciate you. Another wonderful Friday evening, guys. As you are joining, just do something like, subscribe, and you can do us a favor. Try and share the video too. Try and tell those that are not here that we are live. We are live now. Let them know so that we can be able to do justice to some amazing discussions today. Guys, you will not want to miss today's conversation. Go and tell others to actually join. Sit back and enjoy the moment. You know. So thank you. If you also want to think that you love us so much and you appreciate what we are doing, there's going to be a dollar sign now and there. You can also, you can also do justice there. You know, let us have a cup of coffee. Add it. Let us enjoy ourselves. You know, if it's a cup of coffee you buy, it doesn't mean no amount is too small, no amount is too big. If it's £1,000 that you want to drop, that is fine. If it's £10,000 you want to drop, that is fine. No amount is too small, none is too big. Just anyone you can actually afford. But if you cannot do any of those things, like the video, like the video. So that is that. Just like the video, so that we can also get recommendations on YouTube, because these actually what do us a favor. You can do us a favor by actually liking the video. When you like the video, they show the video to more people. So that they can also see us. Don't forget to like, please. I can only see 7 likes here now. I don't know, out of 27 people watching, 7 likes, 9 likes now. Okay, 10 likes. Let's see. So from Ireland, from America. Thank you. How is Donald Trump over there? How is America? Hope you're enjoying the weather. I think it's getting better now in the UK. If you're in the UK, the weather is getting better now. So, you know, a lot of people actually what come going out now because of the weather is actually what getting better. So those on Instagram too. Please don't forget to join on YouTube. Go and search Gant Football 2 on YouTube and join us here. please join Ganj Football on YouTube so that because the stream will soon, and I will end the stream very soon. In I will end the stream very soon. You know, just please join so that we will not you will not miss any part this night. So let me just quickly talk through about the news and actually what happened. News actually what happened last week. Let me start with that. Then from there we'll go to the discussions and the conversations of what of today. So yesterday, last this week they announced that the venue for the Inter Cup is going to be in the GTEC Stadium in Brentford. If you are used to Nigeria playing games, it's always in Brentford. So when they got that it's going to be at the GTEC Community Stadium in Brentford, I wasn't surprised. That that is where will be the venue. So that's the venue, and we'll be live. We'll be live by the I have scheduled that day. My schedule is very tight that day, but I will look for a way to actually want to be there. So it's going to be at the GTEC Community Stadium in Brentford. We're going to come back to this game again. Towards the end of the show. So, guys, if you're in the UK, just support the team. So another thing that also happened was that the Flying Eagles, they will be playing towards the end of this month, April 27. They'll be playing the Africa Under 20 Championship. They will be playing the Africa Under 20 what? Africa Under 20 Championship. So and that will actually will take place in Egypt. Towards the end of this month. I think April 27th to be precise to May 18th. So the team was initially camping in Katsina State because NFL doesn't have money. The government in Katsina volunteered to help them with the welfare of the boys and everything. So they actually they help them in terms of accommodation. So, but now they are now returning to Abuja for the final phase of the preparation. So, and for that final phase, Coach Ali Zubairu released 39, maybe 35 players that will be in Abuja for that campaign. I'll go over those players now. So the players actually what Ifeanyi Ebenezer Akot of Sporting Lagos. Some of you will know him. He was the goalkeeper for Sporting Lagos when they went to the what's it called the cup in Sweden. I remember now. It was also the first choice in the WAFU tournament. You have what Rufai Abaka of Malvern FC, Saliu Aji of Novi Pazar in Serbia. The boy was, the boys already had 4 appearances for their senior team. Now the boy used to play for their junior team. So, it's the good thing is that the Gotia, thank you, Gotia Cup. It was the first choice in the Gotia Cup. So, the boy used to play. This boy called Saliu used to play for the youth team. Now he's in the first team. That one of his game for the first team, he considered 7 goals, 7 goals. But he's a young guy in quotes. He's still learning. I hope that he's going to continue to grow and continue to thrive better. So that is actually what that is going to continue to grow and actually what thrive better. So defenders actually what Adewale Quadri of Nat Boys. Adewale Quadri of Nat Boys. I've heard a lot about the player. Very good player. Adamu Magari. A lot of people know him. He plays for Academy Warriors, part of the coach boys. It was the first choice right back at the WAFU tournament. Odinaka Okoro Emmanuel of Sporting Lagos. Some of you also know him. Odinaka Okoro, a very strong defender. Kenneth Boke, he won the MPFA with Rangers of Enugu. You actually would know him from the WAFU tournament too. Daniel Bemeyi, the old war horse. A lot of it's very popular among the Nigerian fans. Aruna Aliyu, he was playing for Doma United before. Now he's in Wiki Tourist. Some of you don't want to. I don't want to get into that conversation. It was the Doma boy that was giving interview that when enjoyed Doma, but it was the first choice centre back alongside Daniel Babayi when they played at the WAFU tournament, and also too No comment, yes. And also to Chuku Emmanuel. Chuku Emmanuel just he left Grasshopper to join Osimhen in Germany. So he has been playing for their under 19 team, but not the main team yet. He just joined this last, just not quite long. He just joined about a few months ago. So he's been playing for the under 19 team. He's a defender. Chigozie Michael Ojo for Katsina United. When you take a national team to a state, the state must have a player in that in that team. So one thing or the other, what's it called? Why you see what Michael Ijo for there. I don't really know much about him. I don't think he's a standard player for Katsina United. If you know him, let me know. But there's some players ahead of him in the NPFL that have been in this team, but they don't put them there. So midfielders actually what Ocheduku. If you know the player, he played under 20 last 2 years. Under Coach Adam Boso. It was not the first choice then. It was coming on. On a regular basis. He just moved abroad now in Croatia. People say it's very good. Let's wait and see. Michael Tunde, Simon Ben Academy, Moses Simon's wife's academy. Let me put it that way. Moses Simon's wife's academy in Kaduna. So they're having what? Michael Tunde. I don't really know much about him. Sabiu Mohammed, a very good player. He's the partner of yours sincerely, partner of Just Sincerely, Papa Daniels, in in Niger Tornadoes, the combination between him and Papa Daniels, very lovely to actually see. I saw some back heels and everything, so we will see. Maybe he's gonna make the final team. I don't know. Akiniran Oluwashile of Water FC. Water FC will always have a player in the national team. I don't really know much about that one, but Ibrahim Alani is a player that was part of showcase. By our very good friend. I know his agent very well. Mr. Teller is his agent. They took him to Real Valladolid. He has been playing well, for the under 19 team. And I spoke to his agent too. Then he told me that this boy will grow up to be a captain of the Super Eagles. That is Ibrahim Alani. He can play central defense. He can play central defense. He can also play as a midfielder. So I've never watched him play before, but be, the way Real Valladolid really rates him, I think is a boy that we might be looking out for, in years to come. I hope that. But I also did my own investigation about him, which I would not like to share with you in public. So Ayuma Isaac Israel for Ayuma, you guys should know Ayuma. Ayuma, very popular name too on the Nigerian academic system. He moved to Croatia already. He's been playing regularly. Cleto Simon. Cleto Simon was the captain of the under 17. So he played 2 times. He played at 17 twice now. So, but finally, they don't promote him, go under 20. He's a very good player. I don't know why the boy is still in Malvern Academy. I don't know why he's still in maybe because of age. Because I heard that the boy should be on his way to Granada in Spain. I don't know the reason why the boy is still in Nigeria, but let's wait and see. The boy is a good player. Maybe he was good at under 17. Let's see, maybe he can deliver the same level of performance in under 20. I'm hearing that Sevilla have been looking out for him. Granted, they went on the training tour in Spain, and scouts watched him and they realized that he's a very good player. Awa Ibrahim of Aqua United, if you are a fan of Liverpool, you know this player, a very, very diminutive player, fantastic player. Shefiu Adamu Dugara of Wiki Tourist. I don't really know this player that much. Forward lines, my favorite player here is Umar Abaga. He was part of Unduka Gbades under 17 that failed to qualify for the World Cup. A very, very good player. He has scored 23 goals in 25 appearances for KAA Giants. He's going to be in the first team next season. A very, very good player. In fact, in KAA Giants, they have 2 Nigerian strikers up front, and both of them, played under Unduka Gbades in the under 17. So, good thing that they are bringing him back. Anthony Ezekiel of Inspire Academy, and Otu Joseph of Malvern, part of the Malvern contingent that went to Spain. Nasiru Usayu of Economic Warriors, the coach's boy. Divine Olise, if you know him very well, is the boy in this picture. Divine Olise is the boy in this picture. It was coming on a regular basis when Nigeria won the WAFU championship in Togo. So he's a player to look out for actually. Adeleke Abdulmuiz, if you know this boy called Adeleke Abdulmuiz, he was one of the best player for under 17 that did not qualify there. Abdulmuiz Adeleke, but it was one of the reasons why we didn't even qualify too because it was missing goal scoring opportunities. Fantastic player. Maybe he's going to grow and become a better player. We also have what Clinton Jefta. Clinton Jefta, you know, fantastic player. He got signed by Yimba last year. After the Wafu B, that's not been performing well for Yimba. But, I wish him the very best of luck. Bide Bionmole of Real Sapphire, I don't really know. Wireless FC, Tahi, my Ghana. Rixie, Mendos of Dianados, very good player too. Good player in the league. Mustafa Umar of Kano Pillars. Kisley Matthew of Kings FC. And also there's Amiyahu Yusau. Benjamin Precious of Offenham. Benjamin Precious of Offenham moved alongside with the defender when they went, this last window, that actually was moved. So that is that about the strike, about the players being invited. Seven foreign based players in total. I was expecting to see Victor Orapo of OGC Nice, but I'm hearing that he's injured also, so he couldn't be part of this team. Afis Ibrahim, I think they made an inquiry for Afis Ibrahim, but he played this evening for Rems FC. So how will Rems FC that is fighting relegation release Afis Ibrahim to under 20 AFCON? I don't think that one is possible. And also too, I'm waiting for the Yusuf Taiwo of Olympiacos. I don't know the reason why Yusuf Taiwo is not actually what here, but Benjamin Fredericks which did not actually what come because of I think club commitment. So Emmanuel Michael, I don't know the reason why he's not there, but I can see a Simon Ben Academy player there. So I don't know why he's not there. He moved to Lask FC in Austria. He has been finding it hard to get game time. He's been playing for the reserve team actually in the amateur division. So, but let's wait and see. Let these guys go to Egypt first, go and qualify. When they qualify, more players can actually join them in September when they play in the under 20 World Cup in Chile. So that is that. So thank you guys for that comment. So I've not seen people send you this thing. I'm not going to put your comment here. Go and buy sticker. Go and buy click the dollar sign. I'll not put your comment here. You don't click the dollar sign. I'm acting like IoT now. So that is that about the under 20. So let's move on. Still talking under 20 football, Wafubi today, they they went to Ghana, they're going to debate like April 7 to 10. So they were actually they were in Ghana. The issue is that they went to discuss the possibility of playing Wafu under 20 with Wafu A. They want to see the possibility of playing what under 20 with what with Wafu A. So that is that. So when I actually called some of my people that I know, so that they are looking for a way to because I think it's too expensive the each region to be doing it separately. Maybe they want to do it once so that the top 4, 5 teams will qualify for the under will qualify for the what's it called for the under 20 AFCON next time around, so that it will go be too expensive to be running those individual tournaments. So that's the purpose of their meeting in Ghana, and they're going to come out and actually address us about their future plan for the next under 20 tournament, and also what under 17 tournament. So that's actually what happened in Ghana. So, a little bit about female football too now. So FIFA also announced that the Olympics used to be 15 teams, used to be 12 teams. Sorry, it's now 16 teams. So Africa will be having three slots now. It used to be two slots. Remember, Nigeria and Zambia qualified for the last Olympic Games in Paris, but this time around it's going to be 16 teams. So that means that other teams too will also have the opportunity of qualifying, for the Olympic Games. So three teams is going to be in New York City. So that makes a lot of sense. At least countries like Zambia, countries like South Africa, South Africa, Nigeria, Zambia, Morocco can have like a clear path to qualification, like a more clearer path to what to qualification next time. So that is actually what that. So yeah, so that is that about that. So let me just so I'm going to final call to those on Instagram now. I'm going to go to Super Eagles Matter, and I'm going to I'm going to leave Instagram. Guys, go on YouTube and go and join. So I'm leaving Instagram now. So guys, so that is that. Let's just move on to Super Eagles Matter. So um So before I've been getting this question when is he coming out? When is Mokwena going to be banned? When is he? When is he going to when is he going to this thing? But let me just give you like so that I'll not be getting these questions again. I'll just will give you like the updates and the updates. I will give you the update and also what I know and how I think FIFA actually what we follow. Oh, Greg Okogi, thank you. Any update about South Africa for induction. So thank you for that. At least I'm about to go to the topic now, and you are now giving me super chat. Thank you, Greg, for opening the floor today. Thank you, Greg. That's my man from Australia. Thank you. So, Greg, I'm going to actually take that one now. So let me just give you. So I'm going to use Abdullah Sheu's situation as a template. I will now use as a reference. I will now give you updates about what the stage I think they are now in Mokwena's case. If you have been joining me on Instagram, you will know exactly that I try to update people, but I might not have the first-hand information because one of my people called CAF said that there was no response regarding that. So, but it's FIFA matter. So FIFA is handling the whole thing. So let me just give you quickly. If you have been here before, I've seen this before. Say Shield got a yellow card right from the first match. So in this situation now, Mokwena got a yellow card against Benin Republic. He also got a yellow card against Zimbabwe. So this is like in the same stage, as like the same stage. But I want us to move on slightly here. So the issue is this: when the draws of this made the technical staff assume that the cards from primary stage would not count going forward. Pay attention to this, so will not count going forward. FIFA, this was the response of the NFF to FIFA that okay, since it was from the previous round, we think that Sheu will be eligible to will not be suspended. That's what I'm saying. There's no excuse. So in this case, now FIFA is meant to tell them that you don't know, we have to update you and everything. No, FIFA gave all national association the record, like to keep their record themselves. No automated thing. You have to keep your record yourself. You have to update it yourself. So there's no ignorance in it. Update it yourself. You have to know it. So this is what the NFF said. Oh, we thought, man, no, you must update it yourself. So indeed, throughout the qualifying series, as I can show, I've never been counted as on a yellow card. Even the match documents as what when we played Cameroon, Mikel, Moses, and Balogun were all put on notice, and they are on a yellow card, and then the yellow, and there was even a meeting before the game. So the issue basically here was that they no players on yellow. Yellow wasn't even flagged because it was a previous round. Just to tell you that FIFA is not the one that will help you to update you. No. So because that's the argument I'm hearing from South Africa, that why can't they tell them just before the game? No, no, no. Immediately, the most important letter was that when the boy got cautioned against Zimbabwe, they sent you a letter. They sent you a letter that the boy is suspended for the next game. That was letter. That was the main letter. And I'm hearing arguments that Lesotho also played that game with player not eligible. It's a lie. It's a lie. The boy already served his suspension. The boy served his suspension against Rwanda in June. So the boy got caution against Nigeria and also got a caution, I think maybe probably was against Benin Republic or so. So the boy served his suspension. So I think that no. That's not even there. And thank God that the what's it called? The Lesotho man brought out the letter that this boy don't serve his suspension. No, he was suspended and he served it. So the argument they're bringing about Zimbabwe, what's it called? It's also play with suspended player that should go and play the match again. No, that one cannot happen. That one cannot happen. The player has been suspended and he served his suspension. That is it. So in Zambia, which 2 years since the first match. So this one was similar too. The 2023 was when it was first caution. It was not caution last year. So it was like probably like a year or so between them or so. That was when it was actually what a caution. So and this thing. So now let me just tell you that the game was played in November 2015. Pay attention. It was played in November 2015. FIFA sent notice after the match against Zambia that Sheu is suspended. Just like they sent them notice after the game against Zimbabwe. Notice it's not as if somebody is meant to send a notice. It's automatic. It's like you went to go and order something in the shop. You get notice that no, not in the shop, sorry, not on Amazon, probably. You go get notice that your delivery is coming or things like that. So it's automatic. You get it, or everybody gets it. Suspended for Algeria match, but sent email directly to what, to the technical officer in charge, whom was hospitalized. So this was the excuse Nigeria gave, that the man that got the email was sick. So, and they gave evidence that the man was in coma. The man was in coma. But I can tell you that I know what happened around that time. I will not say it here. But I can tell you that FIFA did not accept that. They did not accept that, despite evidence, letters from doctors, everything, photos. No. No. So, serious this thing had problems. So, on match day against Algeria, neither the match commissioner. So, for example, now they were giving the argument that how come the match commissioner did not tell them not to play Mokwena? No, they are not the ones to enforce the rule. Their job is different. He said neither the match commissioner was aware, no, the away team too. Abdullahi played the match without any protest or notice from either side. So that's why I was saying those arguments. So it's just that just to take you through this, that there's nothing that they want to say that it's gonna be new again. FIFA already know all these things. So so Algeria never protested, just like what's it called, Lesotho did not protest, and they are not aware that FIFA sent NFF a query. They are not aware that. So, but we know that they have sent South Africa a letter already. We know that already. One of them confirmed it. You sent them a letter already. That was on Monday. Then one Monday like that, sent them a letter already. Then we responded with proofs that the notice was sent to an email account of the technical staff that was authorized with proofs. FIFA met and decided to what? To since previous emails has been sent to the same account, and you actually were taking so to notice is valid and searching Nigeria. So the issue basically is this: when they realize that they're using the same email. See, let me tell you something. The email that the Safa have, if you go online now, you will know the email of Safa. It's not ED. If you go this now, you see the email of the NFF. It's not easy. It's not this thing. The same thing. So people are asking for sanction, sanction, sanction. Sanction normally happens early if it's during a competition. This is a FIFA program. All those things takes time. They already waiting for South Africa. It's like a space of like 14 days. They wait for South Africa to decide to send them query. They still respond to the query because they have to send a query. You can see clearly here, say FIFA sent NFF a query and asked why the player played. So that's the process. And the query has been sent. So it's a process. It's not just go and sanction them. It's a process. Query has been sent as a process. So the NFF responded. So they will give NFF enough time, the SAFA enough time to respond to the query. So I think, according to what I hear, it's a space of like 14 days to respond. The 14 days safe. Never, I know, I'm not sure. Say, okay, I think say the 14 days is about to lapse now. 14 days. I think let me just I don't know the exactly they sent them letter, but if I'm not, this is let me just confirm that. Okay, 24. So yeah, I think the 14 days already lapsed this week. The 14 days don't lapse this week, according to what I actually what here. So yes, it is really so for me, it's a process. So now announcement is imminent. So you'll be expecting that one towards the end of the month, or even it could be next week. It could be next week because they have to sit and decide on what to do. Don't forget that the Club World Cup is coming too. So they decide on what to do. And secondly, that if they give that point deduction to Lesotho, South Africa can still appeal. But the problem is that since they don't give them query, and it's go very hard for them to appeal. And let's look at it this way: you cheated in the exam, or the paper will be cancelled because you cheated. That is it. It's not about this thing. You cheated in the exam, or they will cancel your paper. That is it. It's not this thing. The result cannot stand. We know that already. So people are asking for when it cannot stand. You play a player that is not eligible in that game. The result cannot stand. That is it. So don't just, it's going to be next month. Not next month, sorry. It's not going to be up to next month. So I think that before the friendly, you will know already. And I can tell you that the NFF are already planning with that deduction already. So, announcement is just imminent, So, I just think that the boys should learn from this. So that is that. So the stage currently, so those asking me now, Alpha, the stage currently is now that FIFA wants to decide, and that's it. That's it. So they have to fix a meeting. The committee will meet, they decide, and they send them. So, and there's also high stake in this because CAF president is from South Africa. So they will make sure that everything that they are doing is transparent. Is it okay? That is actually what that's everything they're doing is what is transparent. That's actually what that. So I've been hearing rumors say they will do this. No, 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 no. Those withdrawing petitions does not matter. Still understand that some people are threatening them to leave South Africa to go and be playing Botswana. It's not their fault that you use Mokwena to play against them. So be hearing and you go and be playing Botswana. What is wrong with go and be playing the Botswana? They should come and play in Nigeria. We can play their Vibraget. Come and play in Nigeria. Yeah, yeah, it's just you cheated. You cheated. So because you cheated. That's actually what that. So that is that about Ero Mokwena. It's one of Mokwena, Tibolo Mokwena. So that is that. So now to Super Eagles matter. So, news have been flying in about a player that will be changing nationality. So, a close associate of this player is called Tino Anjoni. If you know him very well, if you're a Chelsea fan, he won the championship for Chelsea. He's been like he moved from Chelsea to Empoli last summer, and he's been doing well for Empoli. But unfortunately, he got injured and he's been out for a while now. I think he got a knee injury or so. He's been out for a while. Even you know, the dad Yusuf Anjori, a close associate of the dad said that the boy already, is going to play for Nigeria. So they're going to submit the document very soon. Now that FIFA is making everything easy, you submit it easily online, everything straightforward. You change it. I think it takes like average of like 3 weeks or so now, 2 to 3 weeks or so. So as far as you don't submit all the necessary documents and everything, so you change nationalities. So and a lot of people are saying that is this boy even good? Is this boy even good? This boy is a player. Some of you don't have eye for talent. But what I can tell you that this boy is a fantastic player. When these boys start playing for Nigeria, and the good thing is this boy is just 23 years of age. So most people complain about, oh, Lookman is 27. We are getting Basi 25. This boy is 23. Chukwemeka is 21. Gochuku is 21. We're getting those guys in now. At least if those guys become later very good, they're still going to save us because we have this horrible grassroots in Nigeria that is not, it's not giving any product at all. So I'm happy this guy is changing nationality to Nigeria. Documents say will be submitted to FIFA and announce what's it called change is actually what is imminent. So the boy only played 4 months for Empoli, but you can see that what's it called only played 4 months for Empoli, but just 4 months for Empoli. Juventus already wanted him. If you sabi watch ball very well, this guy did play. It was Atlanta, Juventus, and actually what and Napoli already wanted him. It's talent. When talent is there, you cannot rub it. You cannot rub it. Forget that. This guy called Griffiths is a very good, a very reliable actually journalist. You know, so he's a guy that that's why I say it's gonna be a steal because it fits the bill, it fits the profile of the player that what's it called that Eric Chelle wants, and I just think that if the guy can come, is coming actually. If he can stay fit, if we can stay fit, it's going to really add value. You can watch the boy before the boy can shoot very well. How many times have you seen a Nigerian player? I last time I saw Wilfred Didi shoot from after the box, it was horrible shots. He can shoot, he moves the ball well, he's like a tank. He moves the ball well, he's good with his passes, he can play any part in that midfield itself. He's energetic, you can see his size, so for me, it's gonna add something to our national team. It's going to add something to our national team. So people that think that look, for me, it's going to have something on our national team. And when it gets to a stage that they start doing of Nigeria, England will not remember, this boy came through our youth system. How come we did not? Nobody, I don't tell everybody can play for England. That is, we have to know that. Not everybody can show up play for England. But for me, I know that if he can overcome all those injury worries and everything, in years to come, this guy will be a mainstay in the national team. So for me, I'm really actually what happy that he's actually what joining Nigeria, and I wish him also what the very best of luck. I have loved him to come and play in this window, but it's still possible. We're still in April. We're still April 11. It's still possible if he recovers well, and he can submit to maybe probably early too. If he recovers well, he might be getting a late call up for the Ghana game. Ghana game, because Syria we finish around May 17 or so. I think so. May 17. So I think May 17 the Ghana will finish also around May 17. So those leagues finish around May 17. They will have enough time to come and play the game. But those finishing around May 25 is what I don't know. Maybe they can actually have that time to come and play the friendly game against Ghana. So let's watch out for him. He's a player I'm really actually what I like so much, and I hope that he can actually bring smiles to our faces too when he start playing for Nigeria. So that is that on Tino and Jory. Guys, like the video, like the video. How many likes do we have now? We have 31 likes out of about 90 people watching. We have 31 likes. Guys, like the video, like the video, like the video. So thank you guys. Like the video, like the video, like the video. 31 likes. How many likes do we have now? Come on, take it to 50 likes. I know some people are here don't like us, but we also have some people that will like us here. Come on, like the video, like the video. Show love, show love. Like the video. If you want to do leave super chat too, what the last sign there? It's just wasted. Click on it, leave super chat. And yeah. So let's move on to discussion today. Now, let me just play a voice note for you quickly. Oh, sorry. Let me just we'll play a voice note. Then I'm going to start the discussion quickly.
But I think that's not where the accident lies. I think there were some other players missing. Even today, we have some players missing who have been a key part of this team for a long time. I think when the team performs well together, then you see the individuals shine. I think even if we talk about the Rwanda game, I think we have to highlight more than just Victor Osimhen. I think there's almost all the players that we can say made an impact, even the players that came off the bench, players who helped in the training session before the game, players that played out of position maybe on that day, like Yusuf that we spoke about. So there's so many different factors, and I don't think that we can rely on one player, and that's absolutely not the mentality in the team. We try to make everyone feel very comfortable, and we work hard together. I'm Rashad Naka from Villa.
So that's the voice of Super Eagles captain and also central defender William Trost Ekong. So it was actually what talking about about the importance of Victor Osimhen in the team, so that it's not just about Victor, but there's some other players too in this team, and are actually what playing a very important role. But I want us to just have this conversation. That's my first point of conversation today. That do you think that this team is Victor Osimhen's team? Do you think that this team is Victor Osimhen's team? You know, let's I hate to single out a player. I hate to single out a particular player, but um, if this team plays without Victor Osimhen, this team they don't really have direction, in my opinion. If I don't know, maybe it's because these players are now used to playing with Victor Osimhen. But that is now my fear. That is now my fear. If anything, God forbid, happens to Victor Osimhen, I think that is all. That is all. We might come out and say that some players provide assist. Okay, some players provide assist for Victor Osimhen. They should highlight them more. They give him assist. He's scoring the goals. But these players too, they were passing to Boniface, passing to Uma, passing to different strikers too that played just that played when Victor Osimhen wasn't around. Did they have the same impact on this team? I don't like when you say a team is just about a particular player. But for me, I think the first assignment that Eric Chelle will need to do is to make this team to be less dependent on Victor Osimhen. My brother, let's be honest with ourselves. The two games, the two games that they played, especially the game against Zimbabwe, everything was designed to see how it can benefit, how Victor Osimhen can score those goals. And I don't blame the coach because Victor Osimhen don't show say he can deliver in those moments. And if he can deliver in those moments and you want to win game, you have to plan around that particular player. You have to plan around. If you check, there's some clips I have. I'm coming. I actually what have here. There's some clips I actually what I have here. The clips I have here. Look at some example now. So many times here, when you see Nigeria try to move ball sideways or things like that, what they have in mind is how to cross the ball and get Victor Osimhen in a very good position. So, what Ekong was saying that it's not about Victor Osimhen. This is more or less like a Victor Osimhen's team. I would like to hear your contribution when you come on later. What do you think about what Ekong said about this? Not only about Victor. For me, this is like Victor Osimhen's team. This is like Victor Osimhen's team. All those rabarabaraba, when they go, they look for a way to get Victor Osimhen involved in that game. If he's not there, they lose focus, they lose direction. Yes, that's my take. The coach should train them. I'm sorry, guys, if you don't put the bag there, I will not put your comments. But I can just observe you. But I appreciate all of you for joining. I appreciate you. So, it's just that. So thank you for that. I would like you to actually want to contribute later, but let me just so the main discussion today is Eric Chelle's Super Eagles and Eric Chelle's Mali team. That's my discussion today. I will spend like 5 or so minutes on it. I want to tell you the similarities between Eric Chelle's Super Eagles and Eric Chelle's Mali team. Similarities and differences. I will tell you that, and I will ask you to come and contribute. Then we'll wrap it up. I don't want to be too to spend too much time here. So let me go to Mali, Eric Chelle's Mali team first before I analyze the Super Eagles. If you have been following me here, you will know exactly. I just go tell you similarities and what and differences. So this is Eric Chelle's Mali team. This is Eric Chelle's Mali team. You can see that guy circled here. One thing that I have observed is that Eric Chelle normally like to act like a spearman in the midfield. So he likes to move the team sideways, move the opponent sideways, and look for a way to actually what to look for a way to isolate a particular player, to make sure a particular player is free. So he looked for. I'm going to tell you exactly what he did. So that was that. I can tell you. So that's what I will do from Mali. So another thing I observed is that his fullbacks are so important to the way he plays. Sometimes when those guys talk in, he likes to use his fullback to attack the opponent. And I can tell you that it worked for him. But before I go into that more details, let me just take a comment from Oladipo Ayinde. So his comment is here because he paid. He puts his this thing there. So my brother, between me and you, it is simple. Get us an aggressive striker. We won't actually what we won't actually what won't think of Osimhen as much. All the other strikers are not on the same level mentality wise. I agree with you. Yes, I also agree with that. I said maybe we should go for a friendly without Victor Osimhen. I also agree with that. So online as in on the side Samuel could not do this one, that day, but I'm going to go to some things that are similar with what actually what he did to Mali, very soon. So so let me just go to look at the press. You can see this press now. So in the game against Zimbabwe, in the game against Zimbabwe, so let me just take another comment again. I also have Greg Okoji, Greg actually was sending me another super chat, $7.99. Thank you, my brother, for that. You spent over $15 today now. Thank you. So let me just take that comment quickly so that I can explain his comments. To say the difference is Osimhen plays with passion compared to other strikers. And the other players know this, so they might not agree openly. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. The passion, the dedication, the aggressiveness in Victor's game is second to none. Is second to none. I don't know. That's why I'm going to talk about a particular player now. I don't want to do too much on him more. But the way Victor plays, you know, he plays with everything. Get the ball into the box. He will do everything to get on it. And it's also good. Some players are aggressive and they're not good. But Victor is aggressive. He's also a very good player. Today now, he scored again for his club. My brother, Oladipo Ayinde, where's my share? So look at thank you, great for that. Get I'll continue to take your this day too. Look at this game. This was the away game against Congo when he was coach of Mali. Mali took the lead 1-0. Eric Chelle did not defend though. You can see towards the end of the game, look at the way he was pressing Congo. Towards the end of the game, look at the way they were pressing Congo. So that's why I don't blame him, but you have to learn your players. Shebi, they brought a player on. They brought a particular player on to come and put pressure on defenders against Zimbabwe. It was working on the pitch. To go and it's hard. They did the coach was telling him like this, put pressure on them. It was swirling. So I think the coach needs to know his players now. You cannot rely on anybody to do the job for you. Forget about their club profile. If the player is playing in Belgium and he can do the job for you, don't be it. You have two players that cannot press the ball. You have two players that cannot press the ball in front against Zimbabwe. If you go and check the goal we considered, it started from Tudor Godare. He couldn't chase the ball again. He was just walking like this. The other strike partner was it was running like a referee. It was it was running in that game like a referee. One referee is running to blow. Now so they run. Put pressure, put pressure. This was the game. Thinking that okay, put pressure, they let them come out. If you put pressure on Zimbabwe, they will not come out. So it's just like he should wake up from his fantasy world now and face reality. There's limitation in some of these super good players. So that's why I don't blame him that much. So you can see, I show the clips, you can see the pressing. The pressing. Can you see? The way he was pressing, I was like, I'm going to show you similarities about that too. The way he was pressing. So guys, I can see some comments flowing. I'm sorry about that. I cannot put your comment here. Uh, go and buy star. I'll put the comment here. So you can see the way he was actually attacking, marking. He likes to defend from the front, but if your players are tired, you have to look for alternative. The way he was defending, he was marking them. He didn't allow Congo. Can you see? Look at that striker. He was even blocking the defender. So to tell you that if you want these guys to play the way you like, come on, you need profile, you need to profile them. So this game, this particular clip, I purposely put it here because I think this is what he's going to use against Africa. He's going to look for a way to target South African midfield. South African midfield. He's going to target them, and if he got the right personnel, he's going to actually what? He's going to really actually work for him. So for me, I think that is that. I saw a lot of things there that's similar to what he did for Nigeria. So let me just go over some of the things in Nigeria. So this was a first game. What I observed was that the work of set pieces, I did not realize. The work of set pieces, I didn't really see much on set pieces with his Malian team. So maybe he went to go and improve himself on that. You can see. Can you see? I showed you a clips. I showed you something. The way he's like to set up his normally cage opponents. Can you see? You can see this thing. Can you see? That's how normally cage what opponents. Can you see similarities? You can see similarities now. That's what they might do. So it's very difficult for you to play out. If you go and check the game against against Rwanda, they kept on passing sideways, passing sideways, passing sideways. They were just able to able to come out. The game was a very good game. Very very good actually was a game plan. So this one I will not highlight this one that much. You can see exactly again this one. He likes to have a free man. Can you see? Look, man. He likes to have a free man. So he used a particular player to attract opponents. So Chukwueze was holding on to the ball now. They were so attracted to Chukwueze. So similar to what you see here, similar to what you see here, you can see the guy there too. They knew that he was having the ball. They got attracted to him, and you can see that what's it called? It was there was a spearman in that midfield, so he was using Lookman as the spearman in that midfield. So he was thinking that okay, Lookman can cause problem. against opponents. As a spearman, there he was trying to like give him space, but unfortunately, that role did not really suit Tukman. I have to be honest with you. On that. He needs to get a player that can play that role very well. Maybe probably it's going to be Crisanto Suche, which I think I don't think I don't know who can help him out in that area. And for me, Alex Iwobi can only play his role. I just think that that spearman role, when he was in Mali, the guy that played the spearman role for him, the guy plays for Al Hali in Egypt. It's called is it Dieng? He played for Al Hali in Egypt. So if you are anywhere you get the player, I can play that role for you. That's spearman. Talking about the box to box guy. He wants spearman, somebody that can go into space. Can you see? Someone can actually see space, go into it, can sense danger and move into spaces. Lukman was doing it here, but Lukman is a wing forward. Come on, it's a wing forward. It can't, it can't. He's a wing forward. He's a wing forward. Honestly, that person must also have what be able to defend very well. Lukman cannot defend with due respect to Lukman, so he needs to look for a different, midfielder that can actually do that. So I also got. Let me just before I move on. Let me just. I also got another. I got another this is Eric Chelle likes high press, but plays with two CMs, non-physical. Iwobi and Chukwueze. Yes. Well done for observing that scoreboard. Is that he needs to actually he needs to drop one and play a powerful CM. So we can actually squeeze build up without what behind vulnerable and the midfield. Yeah, actually what I agree with that because if you look at two CMs like that, you need to have somebody that can have that strength to run back, that can dominate physically too. So that when we are attacking, when they win the ball, when we lose the ball in the midfield, we will not be only with Fred defending. So I think that's why he's looking for a box to box midfielder to complement Wilfred or Onyedika that can actually help in that area. The box to box is looking for somebody must be able to to attack too, must be able to actually to attack too, and also be able to to be able to pass the ball very well. So thank you, scoreboard. I'm going to be picking your comments. So Uche, thank you for my thank you for this thing. So the Uche Chuku Regu said that so that is why Esperance midfielder Chris Santos, especially Santos Frank, has become a mainstay. Yeah. Let me just address this quickly so that people don't think that maybe this guy hates a particular player or not. I think he likes a player that can use the ball. That can use the ball. You must be able to use the ball. And I think Frank is limited in that area. But I'm not sure. I've not watched Chrysanthus Uche enough to know his passing ability. I know he likes to hold onto the ball, drop the ball, but if you put him, can he throw the final pass? I have been having some assists too. Is it deliberate assist? Can he dictate play? Can he I don't really know much about that for Uche Crisantos. So, this friendly match, I'm gonna be there, by the grace of what in London. I'm also gonna be able to by God of God, I want to have a conversation with him too, you know about this thing so that I'm not agent to I can have a conversation, just ask him some questions. I'm not dictating to for him. At least I want to look for a way to have a conversation with him too about how to move this thing forward, especially in those two games they're going to play against Rwanda and what's it called and South Africa in September. So thank you for that. So look at this. That is actually what I can see. That one now. He likes to have a spearman, and that spearman won't lie to you. You go and check. Go and check how. See, if you watch Ansu Flick's Barcelona against against Dortmund, or you've watched them this season, that is similar to Eric Chelle's pattern. See, that is the idea of like a modern football now. If we had like good players that can take opportunities, would have been a much better team, honestly. His team is not built on defense. His team is built on the way to take chances and shoot attack. Nigeria will give you what? Opportunity, but they will also score you. I hope that these guys can actually what take that this thing too. So I don't you throw these facts out to me, you just throw them to me like this, eh? Because okay, thank you for actually what donating. I don't thank you for that. I have like six I think it's now. So Greg, thank you for your love. Scoreboard, thank you for your love. Uchechuku, thank you for your love. I to my main man too. I also appreciate your love too. Thank you for your support. So I'm not at the free zone. I'm just trying to say that let me put your comments here. Send something. So that is that. I observe that. I really appreciate you. So I take your comments. Don't worry. I don't observe or say Greg now. No matter comment from Greg now, I take it. So I believe by now it would have yeah against Zimbabwe. Yeah. Okay. I don't know maybe what you're responding to actually. So let me continue. So this is another, that's first piece again. I appreciate. I told you about that one before. That's actually what he did well. You can see exactly what I also observed with him is that you know the way he set his team off. You don't A player will not say, "Oh, where are you?" They are in like a specific position in a way that it could actually it could pass. You could pass to opponents. You have options to pass to opponents. He set them up. I don't want to go back to Eguavon, I don't want to go back to Eguavon. But if you guys want me to go back to Eguavon tactics, I can go back to Eguavon tactics and show you some few things that I was not really pleased with and undefinitely judged too. But I will not go into that. That one is the past tense now. But I can tell you that there's opportunities to actually pass into. So there's always a deliberate, action to the way teams plays. So that's actually what makes him what, I really actually what like that. And also you can see, so so this I was talking about, as a player, you must be able to pass the ball well. I don't think Frank Onyeka, in that area is that actually what strong. So you can see those similarities between the way Ismaili team plays and also the way Nigerian team actually what play. But this Nigerian team is what is work in progress. I can tell you. So and you will still see some changes and improvements as time actually what goes on. So fantastic person. It was the game that Victor's match was called. And you can see that what's it called? If you leave space behind you, you're in trouble. Nobody plays eye line against Victor Osimhen and they succeed. You're gonna be in trouble. So and I hope that South Africa, South Africa likes to play eye line. That's why I think that they might be in trouble. If you play eye line against Eric Chelle's team, that's why I said that if he didn't learn his lesson, the South African game will be the easiest game Nigeria will play this qualifier. You will see how I'm talking about. The South African game will be the easiest Nigeria will play this qualifier. That eye line, if you don't, if he doesn't correct that eye line, Coach Hugo Bruce, they're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna be in trouble. You can't play eye line against Eric Chelle's team. You're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. He's gonna keep on picking you up. He's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. You can't play eye line against Eric Shell's team. You're gonna be in trouble. So that was you can see those 1-2. We don't really see this 1-2 before. You can see those 1-2 passes too, and the whole thing, was good. So for me, there's a lot of similarities, but there's some things that are not in the and they are in the Malian team. They are not here. The what is in the Malian team that raise sports that we need to add to our team is we they are very if you look at this one, they are very aggressive in the box, in the opposition box. They are very aggressive in the opposition box. Though they don't have the type of players we have. They have players that are less talented compared to the ones we have. But they are very aggressive when it comes to the opposition box. So that is a big plus for them. If we can be rugged like that too, press teams eye very close to their box, they're going to be in trouble. So, and another thing I also before the game in September, we're going to have like build up to those games in September, and also there's also it needs to make sure that he learn how to rotate his team. You have to learn how to rotate your team. I told that this friendly game is coming at the right time. It's going to be played about. I'm hearing three, at least three friendly games. So it might be four. We don't know. It might be four friendly games. So those four games will really help him to understand this team better. The 4 games will actually what will help him to understand these teams actually what better. And I think that going forward, we will be happy. And I would say something here now to all of you. A player in the team, I've mentioned the player's name here. He said that he has played under 4 coaches in the Super Eagles. He said that none of them, none of them is as good as this man. If you have been if you have been following me, Samsugi and everything, follow me. You know that I've been saying some things before that players know person wey sabi. He said the idea wey dey this guy head is too plenty. Say I don't want to say more because if I mention some few things that so I think that if the guy is given the opportunity, the guy will be able to actually what will deliver. So yes, he said at the first half, he said at the AFCON, SA had chances to bury Mali. If you rewatch the highlights, no, I didn't watch the highlights, I watched the full match. If you rewatch the highlights, SA could have the 5-0 goals up. I hope it never repeats the first half. See, the issue is this. Let me just address this comment. This game he's talking about was South Africa's first game during AFCON. After this game, I think they went to go and play against Namibia. They now played against Tunisia also. That was how the game went. You know, after this game, after the second half of this game, if you go and check the game very well, look at it tactically, he went for a thinner midfield. South Africa dominated in the first half, but he changed everything for South Africa in the second half. That was why he was able to overcome them. That tells you about the tactical ability of this man. And if you go and watch Cape Verde against South Africa in that same AFCON, that was the quarterfinals or so, if I'm not mistaken. Quarterfinals or so. I think it was the quarterfinals. Cape Verde, quarterfinals, DR Congo, third place match. The same way Mali played against them in the second half. That was the same way that Cape Verde played against South Africa. The same way DR Congo too had opportunities and created against Africa. Game project is game project. And the good thing is that is tactically flexible. You can actually what admit is tactically actually what flexible. He was able to change it in the second half, and they eventually actually they overcame South Africa. And the good thing for him is that other countries followed his templates to beat or to give South Africa problem. Like Cape Verde. Cape Verde, they had the game, they had the chance to win that game. If you watch the game against Cape Verde, or the game against DR Congo, the same templates too. So that's what I see. And there was a team too, the last qualifiers, these AFCON qualifiers, that played South Africa the way they played them during AFCON. Uganda. Uganda played them they played them that same way in the first leg. You need to match them pound for pound in the midfield. That is it. You need to take the midfield from them. That is it. Match them pound to pound in the midfield. Their wingers are those that thrives on through balls. Like they have wing, they have. It used to be Moreno before, but I think Moreno is now on the bench. So they go for Reina, and they also go for there's other guy. So again, they go for Reina, and there's also Mufukeng too. Mufukeng is a different type of player. He likes to play people on. He plays for Pirates. He likes to play people on. He's a flair. He's 20-year-old boy. He uses for exuberance. He likes to dribble. They have Mofukeng, they have Reina. They also have one guy too. What's his name again? I forgot his name. Reina. And there's one guy, I don't like him. He plays for, is it Polo Quede City? The boy played for Polo Quede City. I'm going to try and remember his name now quickly. He plays for, I'm going to try and check him up quickly. He plays for, he plays for Polo Quede City also. I don't know, maybe you guys can remind me. He plays for Polo Quede City. I don't really, it's not as if I don't like him. It's just that the way it's called Apollos. Apollos is not for Queen City. Yeah. Okay, it's called Apollos. Is it what they play for? Yeah, I'm right. I'm right. Polo Queen City. Yes, Apollos. Yes, Poloquene City. He played a very very dangerous player too. Very very dangerous player too. So the team is evolving. So I see these games is the midfield their power. That's why the grit where they allow them to go and play Mokwena in that midfield. So guys, I'm going to just apologies that I have to talk for like 1 hour 21 minutes. So guys, I have the link here now quickly. So I can be able to get off too and go to bed. Guys, that is the link. I think. Yes, Apollos. Yes, so Apollos. So it's very yeah. So the link here, yeah, that midfield is where we need to get that midfield. Yes, if you take the midfield away from there, Mozu them. That's why someone like Ushe Santos might help. I don't want to be saying that it should be there, but it might help you. It might help the team in that. So guys, I have 7 start messages, 7 gifters. Thank you guys for your love. I also have about 109 people watching on YouTube. How many likes do I have here now? I have 53 likes, guys. 109 people watching, 110 guys. 53 likes is too small. Half people like this thing. Like. So the link is there. Link is there. Link is there if you want to join. Let me ask you what's your contribution quickly. Like my gifters, if you don't have money, you can like. If you don't want to give us money, you can like the video. Like costing out and actually. So like the video, guys. The link is there if you want to contribute. So that is that. So I saw a lot of similarities and also differences too between Ismaili team and the Nigerian team. But I just think that he's adding some things to his game now, and I think that those things that is adding to this game might, at the long run, actually what benefits Nigeria. Let's see exactly what he will do. Somebody suggested that we should go and play Ghana with home-based players. For me, I don't agree with that. And the reason why I don't agree with that is that if you go and play Ghana with home-based players, do you think the home based players are going to be the one to go and play the crucial World Cup qualifiers in September? I don't think so. In fact, some of these home based players will move abroad. And when they move abroad, they will be moving to Afghanistan, to Bangladesh, to, I don't know, to countries that if you even call them for national team duty, they will not. They will not. People will argue. So okay, I have Ushe here. Ushe joins. Okay. So is this thing. So let me just take comments from one of my gifters again. Yes, that midfield. Yeah, it is up. Okay, yeah, I agree with you on that. I said yes, that midfield is where we need to get that. That is yes, that midfield is where we need to get that midfield. Okay, yeah, we need to get it right in that midfield. That's what it meant. So and also too, scoreboard said that he could have played in as a number 8 and Rudiger as number 6, but he didn't wish. But it did not wish. It's why I'm curious what he really wants from his eight. Yeah, we will know what he really wants from his eight when they assemble in London. This thing, so that we can be able to know exactly what he wants. Because what I know about him, I know that he's already even developing different ideas that might actually what be beneficial to Nigeria. So, spoken actually that we're talking about team chemistry. We're also talking about executing a friendly game with home-based players. So I think that's why the idea of home-based players might not be good. So quickly, I have some callers here. So let me just take callers quickly. Then yeah. So I think I'm going to take Ushe, guys. If you are joining, make sure that you have good internet. So that Ushe, are you joining from Nigeria? From Nigeria?
No, no, I'm not joining from Nigeria.
Where are you joining from?
Canada.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I was like, the United is also very good, and I was wondering that I thought you were joining from Lagos also. So, so Uche, your contribution, please. Yeah.
Yes, my contribution goes as thus. Yes, so I wanted to make contribution, especially in regards to our midfield. That place needs bodies. I keep saying it.
Mm-hmm.
That place needs bodies. It needs different profile. So I
Yeah.
saw this guy. I saw this guy in Esperance. What's his name? He has dreadlocks.
Okelu, Okelu, yeah,
That, that,
Okelu,
that guy, that guy knows how to post the issue. Like what he did against Mukwena.
Sundance, yeah, Grace
Ha,
Mokwena, yeah.
his profile is something we need. Like even if he's not going to be like fourth team, like we need him especially for like to add more competition, especially
Mm-hmm.
to more competition to Ndidi,
Mm-hmm.
Frank Oyeka. I think
Mm-hmm.
Frank needs to be there, even though you're saying, oh, I know he does not have like passing range.
Mm-hmm.
He has problem with passing range, but against South Africa, we need guys that can bully South Africans midfield. That's what we need. We don't need we don't need someone that at 70th minute will start gasping for energy. We don't need that. We don't need that. Another thing, I like my preference, Crisantus Uche. The reason why I would prefer him because I watched the last game that he created two assists. There was a ball like that he came. There was a sequence of play that they were. I think they had played a free kick or a corner kick, and
Mm-hmm.
he was sitting at number four position, waiting there to. So if the ball comes back, he would take the ball and move again forward up. Was
Mm-hmm.
acting as a four.
Yeah.
So we need those kind of players that are defensively conscious at the
Mm-hmm.
same time can move the ball forward. So that it
Yeah.
will give us different profile because I think these few guys would give competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody would know that because I noticed that especially with them Oyedika is more lackluster when he's playing for Nigeria because he's sure that he will get called. I don't know. Like I've noticed his game, he's slow on the ball compared to when he's playing in Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to
Maybe it's tactics.
he
Maybe it's like responsibility. Maybe things that, oh, I'm playing with the senior player, let me just do my beats, it's there. Or you think that I don't know, maybe it's responsibility or what, I don't know.
so maybe, but I feel like right now the team needs to know that my position can be taken away from me.
Yeah, but we need to
So
get the players that can take that
yeah,
position.
yeah. So they become ambitious. Because if they know that okay, the guy in Esperance can take my position,
Hmm.
the guy coming from Osborg can like watch now when Frank comes back, he's going to put more energy because he knew that oh, they thought I could not be responsible in this. Me that took them to semi final that took them to the final. You will see the more responsibility that he's going to add, or the more zest is going to add to the team. So
Yeah.
that's we need to get that midfield properly.
Hmm.
And then for the especially for the strike force, I feel like for this what's the name for this coming friendly, Osimhen should sit it out. They should just keep Osimhen out. Then
Hmm.
let's try those ones that have been saying maybe because Osimhen is playing. Let's give Boniface the last opportunity for this last two friendly.
Hmm.
Let's see if he does not run first 45 minutes, go to the bench. I heard they have plans to bring this guy in Strasbourg.
Yeah. Imagine, guy. So they had a meeting already with him, so they say. So he's a boy that likes Nigeria.
Yeah, so
I posted one of his interviews before. He spoke to Omar Katiba. When he was at when he's a guy that likes Nigerian football. So too much. So for me, if you tell him to come, I think he's going to be running because
yeah,
big clubs too. They are waiting for someone to get him
yeah, so and it's good for us to get him now because then he can understudy
with Osimhen.
Osimhen.
Mm-hmm.
Just the same way Osimhen understudied Odin Igalo.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
then we're taking him to the Nations Cup. So we're preparing like for the next 7 years. Who is going to take over?
Yeah.
Take over
I think he's
things.
trying to get the boy and George Iledikena. Iledikena does not need any
Okay, any
game.
paper, any
It's
work.
just for him to get invitation and get called up straight away. And the
Okay.
good thing is that the French league finished May 17th. So
Mm-hmm.
there's enough time for him. If
To
the boy
come.
just the boy just to hold on, not to go on holidays, yes. After
Yes,
this day can actually what go on holidays,
yes,
they'll tell him.
yes, yes.
So
Then
yeah, continue,
yeah.
yeah,
So another thing is yeah, with the defense, I think we should bring in Gabriel Osho back.
continue.
Gabriel Osho needs to come back. At least so a ball carrying defender, someone
Mm-hmm.
that can spray the passes.
Mm-hmm.
Because we already have like a hard man, which is what's his name, Mbasi.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bring in Basi, bring in Igor Ogu, then bring in Gabriel Shaw, at least you then have okay, like this other person is a calm head, this
Uh,
person is aggressive. So they can balance the energy. But someone like Ekong should start looking for replacement. With these friendlies, looking for replacement because against South Africa, they are
mm-hmm.
going to target if I know it's not playing right back, they'll target if yeah, they'll target that right back again and target Ekong. And because
Mm-hmm.
Ekong cannot play a two-man defense,
Mm-hmm.
Ekong cannot play it.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
it should
Okay, yes, and final contribution. What can you say? I might still keep you here actually. What can you say about Ekong comments on Victor Osimhen? That not Victor. We are more than just Victor's team. But when they play, it's like they're playing. It's like they are Victor's team. What's your comment about
is actually Victor's team.
that?
It's Victor's team. Everybody knows it's Victor's team. If Victor does not hustle and bustle for the goal, then there's nothing that's going to happen for Nigeria.
Hmm.
So when even Victor left, immediately Victor left that game against Zimbabwe, you will notice our tempo just
Yeah,
went
went.
down.
Yeah, yeah.
It went
So,
down. So
so
so I'm sure these are the things that Shell observe and it's like no 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 no. I have
yeah,
to get players.
yeah. And I agree with you. So, Shanopi, can you hear me? Shanopi,
'Cause,
I think he's having issues with internet. Shanopi, Sean? Oh, I think his internet is. So when you are ready, you can actually rejoin. I would like to also hear your thoughts too. Okay, I think he's back again. Let me hear me. Yes, Mrs. Okay, I want Hank. Okay, okay. Shanopi, can you hear me now?
Yes. 1 second. Let me adjust my. Let me switch back to my audio. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Shanopi. So, Sean,
Oh,
I you
okay.
want to say
Sorry.
small things here about our this thing today. Yeah.
I just joined and I think I'm listening to. I was just listening to the conversation. I just joined not too long actually. So
Okay.
what's the yeah?
It's about I listened to I played a video audio of Willis Ekong. Say that
Mm-hmm.
this team is more like we're a team, not just about Victor Osimhen, which I should would
Okay.
agree. But when they play it's like Victor Osimhen's team, as I said. So we're trying to debate that is Ekong right or wrong. And second,
Okay.
it's also discussed about to compare the Mali team. We should try and watch that later. The Mali team of Eric Chelle and also the current Super Eagles team. What he did there that he's doing currently in our national team and what he's adding to the Super Eagles too. We discussed that. But comment about Victor Osimhen's team or not. I know
So
you're this thing. Yeah,
first of all, we need to realize that Ekong is already preparing for life after football.
yeah.
That guy is media savvy, very media savvy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he will be a good pundit. I
Mm-hmm.
see him as a pundit in the future, sitting in a super.
I see him
Uh,
as a pundit, maybe probably during the next after this one.
yes, he'll fit in, savvy, very media savvy. You know, Sky Sports Studio, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
pundit level. He will fit in easily. Look at the way he handled the Libya situation. The
Uh-huh.
words he chose in those tweets, powerful words that
Yeah.
will resonate anywhere. See, so I'm not surprised by what he says. So there's something to say
Yeah.
something, but
Mm-hmm.
you know that it's not true. He's just being political about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's just being political. It's over the last couple of games when Victor doesn't play, you
Mm-hmm.
can tell
Mm-hmm.
that something is missing.
Yeah.
And when he plays, you can tell that okay, this guy is a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't pay that. It's just mere media, coming out there to say, oh, it's Victor's team. He might start cussing things in the
Yeah.
dressing
Yeah.
room
Yeah. Yeah.
and things like that. So everybody knows within their heart that it's Victor now. Victor get them. So
Now
may
we
it
like
just be like that.
yes.
So he did the right thing, actually. He did the
Yeah.
right thing by
Yeah.
saying what he said.
Yeah.
Even though we all know that Victor is the enigma of that team.
Yeah.
Then to your other question, so basically Mali and Nigeria, they are two different
No,
teams.
no, no,
Remember,
no. Before I go to my Mali one,
mm,
I already asked Uche, what will you
mm,
advise this guy to do in this friendly game? Because Victor Osimhen seems to be the everything. Because forget about that. When they want to pass the ball, they
mm,
look for Victor Osimhen.
yeah,
They look for Victor Osimhen. Yeah, the decoy role or anything. When they want to do set pieces, they target Victor Osimhen. When they want to
it's
anything,
levels above everybody else. That's the
everybody
truth.
else. So,
Um,
what do you think this guy should do in this friendly game? They've
I
got to play like 4 games, so
yeah,
3 to 4
I
games.
think for me, Shell must find other ways to play the game, right? So me, I feel like he should try more players in the ball carrying players in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
right? Find a good defensive option at the back so that when four at the back, three at the back is not going to fit a particular system, we can play four at the back. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think Ekong thrives in the four at the back. Let's call it
Mm-hmm.
what it is. He doesn't thrive well. And that's why Pasero didn't want to call him initially. Because
Mm-hmm.
Pasero wasn't planning to play four at the
Four
back, three
at
at
the
the
back.
back until that Guinea game.
Yeah.
Guinea friendly. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I'll try it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and against Equatorial Guinea was also an eye opener that four at the back was not going to thrive
Mm-hmm.
because that goal was just too easy, man. That goal
Too
they scored
too
was
easy.
too
Yeah.
easy.
We just consider
Yeah,
opportunities.
yeah. So he needs to find options. I think our attack is good. He
Mm-hmm.
needs to find options at the back to complement Bassi
Mm-hmm.
and find maybe a left back because Seydou Sanusi is not really it this season. Then find options. We need ball carrying players in that midfield. That
Mm-hmm.
midfield is too static.
Mm-hmm.
It's too static, man.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have ball carrying players that they can run with the ball and move with the ball, at
Mm-hmm.
least it will provide not just to see me options. We have other players too that can score now. Lukman can score if he has
Mm-hmm.
the opportunity, right?
Yes.
It will give them that opportunity. So he has
Mm-hmm.
to find other ways to play, and it's too, it's just played 2 games. And credit to him, 4 points in. Like I said, that's a B.
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian grading system,
Yeah.
66.7%. That's a
Yeah.
B.
It's a bit.
So
Uh,
yeah, so he needs to find other ways to play
mm-hmm.
because the current way he's playing is the way he wants to play with the current set of players he has. He cannot really achieve it.
Yeah.
He
Uh,
cannot. He cannot.
look at these comments from Oladipo Inde is I said, even I want to ask you this question, and I'm going to ask you too, but I will ask Sam from Shanobi.
Mm,
He said, seeing even in club, say Victor, the way Victor plays, it shows
mm.
that in any team he plays not only in Nigeria. Do you think that it's a Victor thing? That when he's playing, that action did there, you could know say he did. Is it like
Yeah,
his
yeah,
team?
Yeah, but if you look at it when they won the Scudetto, right?
Mm-hmm.
Victor played a big role, but his
Mm-hmm.
teammates also helped him.
Cavastalia.
Carasteria helped him. A lot of people stepped in,
Yeah,
right? But mainly, let's say
no,
mainly Carasteria, right?
yeah.
But yeah, Victor was the main guy. But
Uh-huh.
you cannot mention Victor without mentioning that. I mean, I know there's Sabi called that guy name.
Cavastalia.
Carasteria, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but to be honest, Carasteria is a shit team, man. I'm sorry. It's not a good team. I'm sorry. Sorry to any Gala fan. Yeah, it's a shit team. They
Other
know
people are doing
Sabi.
the Gala fan. No.
They
Sorry.
they know Sabi anything,
Just
man.
have it. Just have it. Just have
So obviously that kind of situation, Victor will be the main guy now.
it. Mm-hmm.
He will be
Yeah.
the main guy. If he goes to a place like Real Madrid or Barcelona, yes, he will be the guy. But there will be guys that will be also the guys there that they'll
Mm.
complement him. And even if he gets injured, they might still win 4 or 5 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the advantages of playing a bigger team. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So yes, I think it's just the team he's playing for, and it also
Yeah.
applies to Nigeria. Yes, because
Mm-hmm.
he's playing for Nigeria, and we
Yes.
have players in individual patches. We don't have a collection. We just play Basbos, and Ije, the one we
Yes.
enter, go enter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's because of the situation he finds himself. Let's
Yeah.
call it what it is. If
Yeah.
he goes to a bigger team, where even I mean I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm not saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan. Even an Arsenal system, hmm,
Uh-huh.
you will see that it will be even easier for him to score goals
Yeah.
because they will do pass for him. They will make things easy for him.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They'll make things easy for him. But now, those guys are one-dimensional players over there. Galatasaray, just find Osimhen. Osimhen will make his run, bully the player, nod the ball. As a matter of fact, a lot of goals before he started using his leg, he was using his head now.
Yeah.
Nodding, because they were not giving him space. Those
Yes.
defenders, five,
Yeah.
if 3, 4 people will crowd him. So he was using his head. You have to give that boy some credit, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing in a shitty system and
Mm-hmm.
he's still thriving. Without that guy in Gala will be like seventh position in the league.
And I think that they will win the league if the way things are
Oh, of
going.
course.
Yes.
Yes, now.
He
As
said
long
they
as
will.
it's LD. If it's
Yeah.
LD, they've played 29 games. They
Yes.
have
I think
36
six
games.
games.
They have
Eight.
7 more games to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll win now. Because
Mm-mm.
Fenerbahce, I see 1 or 2 mistakes in Fenerbahce. They will
Actually, yeah.
drop points. Yeah, yeah,
They will
yeah.
drop.
So yeah, I think they'll win it. Yeah.
So let me, Uche, what's your take about that too? Like, is it the way Victor plays? That's what makes him stand out. Like, you will know that the guy did it. Uche.
Yeah, he's very right from under 17. Because under 17, that's why I really saw like studied him like 'cause he's being like that. Nobody today where he starts, so it's like it's his property.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as time goes by now, he needs to enjoy the dividend of just sitting in the box 18 and
Mm-hmm.
make
Mbappe.
Yeah.
decisions.
Yeah. And
Does
I think Spalletti made that one easier for him during
yeah, easier, yeah, doing Scudetto win. If you
yeah
notice, he was just in that box. That was his
box.
operation.
That was
He wasn't coming back again to come and struggle.
mm-hmm.
Because if you watch that previous game against Barcelona, that was the one that Gattuso was. I think it was Gattuso that was their coach or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was still struggling. He will come to the midfield,
Mm-hmm.
and but after a while, Spalletti just allow him to play that box.
Yeah.
And I feel like teams like Arsenal, Barcelona, and Real Madrid. I feel like left to me, he should make that decision. Whether he has to cut, I know he's worth his money right now, but if they tell him say Alpha cut the price, me just cut up off for like just for 3 years, 3 seasons,
Yeah. Eh,
run
eh,
am because he needs to win those Champions League and Madrid and Barcelona if you give him all those kind of things.
but let me just tell you something. I'm hearing that the front runner, in to sign Victor Osimhen this summer is
Mm.
actually what Liverpool.
Mm. Which is
So
very good.
how do you think that one? I know that Musala does sign a new contract.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, I know they don't renew. He's going to go to Real Madrid. The
Mm.
front runner is actually what is Liverpool. The guy wants him. And
Oh,
if you look at the way
okay.
Liverpool do their business, they know they talk.
They'll just go
Don't
straight
think
and
silently. Nobody knew that this guy went for Victor Osimhen last summer. It
mm.
was yes, nobody knew that he went for Victor Osimhen last summer. It was where they would just say that yes, we made the inquiry about about him, but the salary is not just part of what you budget for. Like the money to pay Napoli was there, but the salary, wasn't there. So he wanted Victor Osimhen ahead of that guy. Is it Nunez? The guy from Uruguay, also the guy.
Nunes.
Uruguay from
Nunes.
is it PSV or whatever it came from?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came from Benfica.
Benfica.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, he came
Benfica.
from
Yeah,
Benfica.
my bad,
Yes.
my bad,
So
Benfica.
he went. They went for him. But the only noise we were hearing was Chelsea. Chelsea and Chelsea and Chelsea, and we know that Victor Osimhen, John Wimika is the agent between between the two of them. He really wants him to actually play for Chelsea.
But
But
Smith, can I ask you? Salah
yeah,
just renewed his contract.
who?
So Salah has
Yes,
renewed his contract.
yeah.
So Osimhen and Salah coexisting in that place. Don't you
Mm,
think that would be too much star power?
no.
I think Osimhen. I
Hmm.
don't think
Are you
so.
sure?
You know what? You know why it won't be. It won't be like a serious issue. Salah is in his 30s now, right?
Mm-hmm. So I was only for 2 years. Oh.
So he knows right now. Like, okay, I don't have to do so much hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Help, like he knows that his help. What he has to do to win more tournaments is
Mm-hmm.
going to need to help the team,
Mm-hmm.
and you have like a potent striker. So I feel like his creative prowess will come more
Mm-hmm.
henceforth. Like in the next 2 seasons, he'll be creating more because it's easier for Osimhen to just sit in the box 18, and
Mm-hmm.
he has that fox
Mm-hmm.
tendency to just keep on poaching goals. So I feel like there wouldn't be a struggle, just as there was no struggle between Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen. They're just complementing each
No,
other.
but I think Australia was accepted to be, I would say it's Osimhen's, I don't want to use that word, slave, someone that I will work for you.
Deputy. How about
Deputy.
that?
Say, don't,
Yeah.
yeah, deputy, thank you. Say, I go work for you. And two other can speak English compared to, to the other guys in the dressing room in
Yeah,
Napoli.
yeah,
Two
yeah,
of
yeah.
them can speak Italy. And said, right from the first meeting they had, said, let's work together, And two of them are just speaking English, Only few can should understand, English among those guys. So they worked together. And, and to be honest with you, when I saw the goal that the boys scored against Aston Villa,
That was so beautiful,
He
man.
has done it before in
Yeah,
Napoli. He has
yeah,
oh
scored
yeah,
those kind of goals.
yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
yeah.
I've seen it.
He does it
Those
like
those
easy.
near ball that the
Yeah,
keeper would think, okay, maybe he's trying to play it to
mm-hmm,
the other side. No, he knows what he's doing. You can
mm-hmm.
tell that this guy has trained a lot. He did it a lot. He did it quite well with Napoli. If I
even
find some clips, I'll send it to you.
even the goal that you remember that game where Osimhen kept nodding the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
went
yeah,
for-
yeah,
If you see where he placed the ball when
yeah.
he received the ball,
Very,
it's
very
just
good
like,
player.
yes, it's a very
Very-
very good.
So,
good
so just to Nigerian context now, we just mentioned the left winger, and we had the left winger that played in the two games against Rwanda, played for
player.
Nantes in France. Nigeria really normally hype this player, but most of the time, hey, this and that. But you know that he played a shot with his left foot against Zimbabwe. Now, now crowd that he play and reach. But I want just to to ask this question. This guy now, I'm seeing this thing, some things that are different with him. This PSG, he's adding some things to his game. This
Yeah.
criteria that I didn't even know that he can do when he was in Napoli. Why do you think our players don't even want to? I can only see Lookman trying to do that, but the ones we don't know before, they are just on the spot. They don't, For example, now if you look at that type of, it doesn't take you to try and train your left foot more. Or then we get it down now. Or then we get
Uh, ah,
train his left foot. It
don't
it
they?
became very dangerous with his left foot. So then we get when he was playing for Nigeria, he can shoot with his right, shoot with his left. You
I
know
feel I feel like Oderwige will thrive more in this era.
this era.
Yeah,
Even there's a boy that plays for Nigeria. Then though he didn't play, it's called Chibuzo Okonkwo. He went to go and train his left leg. Then Tai Taiwo was doing Shakara and he couldn't go to the Olympics. Chibuzo Okonkwo went to go and, his left
I
leg.
remember the guy,
Yeah,
Beijing. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Beijing, well done, Beijing. So I was like, there's some things you can add to your game that can make you better. But
I
I think some of our players are just contented with the way they are, and they
I
don't
I
want to.
I feel for that left wing, yeah, we should we should just
Just look, man.
leave it for Lookman, and then let Lookman develop, keep growing with Osimhen for the meantime. Like that position should be locked down for just Lookman. That should be
Do
Lookman's
you agree
position.
with that, Shanobi? That we should just ignore the experiment of Simon and focus on Lookman. Yeah.
I still, I tend to see it differently though. I think Simon still has his own usefulness in the
Yeah.
team.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the most experienced guys. I think he had his debut 2015. I think
Mm-hmm.
Sunday Olise gave him his debut
Yeah.
in 2015, if I remember.
Yeah. 2015. Yeah.
He played in one Nations Cup qualifier or something, and he
Yeah.
scored a
Against
free
World
kick.
Cup qualifier against Swaziland.
Yeah, he scored a free kick or something like that. I can't
Yeah. Yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
in
Yeah. Yeah.
Lagos or whatever,
Yeah.
or Benin or wherever they played
In
it.
Calabar.
Calabar, yeah. Okay, so I
Yeah.
remember. So ever since then, they've been calling him.
Mm-hmm.
He just created an impression, and all the coaches, General, everybody started calling him. I
Mm-hmm.
think he has his own. He still
Usefulness.
has something to give Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the coach. I can only speculate. I
Mm-hmm.
think for me, I think he has a role. He still has something to give Nigeria. I think it's just the coach to find the best way to play these players.
Mm-hmm.
And they need time to play
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
understand his philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I would say is that people might think, oh, should be a lot of them. He dropped a lot of them, right? Uh, to the build up of 2013 Nations Cup, right?
Yeah.
You know that Keshe assembled a team and they went on tour. You remember they played, if I remember, I think they played a club or something. Like, is it the home based players? They played a team. I can't remember. They played a couple of friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Ogeyo Nazi, even though then it was at Lazio, he came to join them in some of the games.
Mm-hmm.
So all the AGK, Godfrey Obabona,
Uzoyi.
Ozoye, all those guys, right? They were all there. And he
Fego
picked
Gude.
some of the, yeah, Fego Gude. Even though Fego was playing in Russia,
Russia,
he
yes.
came to join them. And he picked the bulk of those guys. And you could see that even though a lot of them did not play in the competition, but some
Mm-hmm.
of them started.
Yeah.
Godfrey started. Kenneth Omeru started.
Mm-hmm.
Ogeyo Nazi started playing more regularly. I think after Ethiopia game or something from the
Yeah.
quarterfinals. In
Yeah.
the preliminary, I think they were benching him sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But from
He
the
was
quarterfinals against
playing
Cote
right back.
d'Ivoire,
He played right back.
yeah, from the quarterfinal against Cote d'Ivoire,
Mm-hmm.
everything clicked, right?
Mm-hmm.
But people need to give some credit to those tournaments, those times that he allowed Keshi to understand the players.
Mm.
Because at that time when Godfrey Obabona started, Sunshine player, people were like, yeah, we go league goals tire.
Yeah.
Even me, I said it. Say, we go league goals. But the coach knew what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, Eric Chelle has not spent too much time with these guys. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
this tournament, I hope God gives him the wisdom to
Mm-hmm.
select the right set of players so he can
Mm.
see them more and understand them more so that they can fit. Because he has an idea of what he wants to play,
Mm-hmm.
right? He has a philosophy of playing,
Yeah.
but he also knows that philosophy, if he meets the wrong materials, not failure, right? So this
Uh,
tournament will afford him that opportunity to find those players that he can use.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gone are the days where we had a lot of windows and all that, but now even home-based players don't get time anymore.
You look at
Everybody
that.
don't have time. They don't have time
Mm-hmm.
to camp. Camping
Yeah.
is a luxury these days.
Yeah. It's luxury.
It's a luxury. And to be honest, a lot of our players will be out of the season that period. A
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of them might not even want to come. Let's be
Yes.
honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame them.
I don't blame them.
As is a long season. So
Yeah.
you should use the opportunity to fine-tune his team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking for a midfielder. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. Put
Mm-hmm.
certain players there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this guy I think is going to fit into my plan. Bring him in the next window.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I'm going to approach it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know that this new helped Nigeria in the past. If you remember the LG Cup 2003, your Javi,
No,
because
LG Cup. Okay, yeah. There was one in 2000, or 2001
it was only 2002, yeah.
that Ayegbeni won. That Obasanjo
What?
was shaking it.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
yes.
yeah.
So,
Okay, yeah.
I knew I believe it was just better then. Was it
No,
just better?
no. It was already Maccabi Haifa then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maccabi Haifa.
Ah, no, he has. Oh, yeah, he has. Because remember in the Sydney Olympics in
Okay.
2000, it was already
Yes.
Maccabi Haifa at that time.
Maccabi Haifa then, yes.
And then that's why people say, hey,
When-
Ayegbeni, because he
yeah,
played
I
well
remember
at the
when the
Olympics.
guy
Yeah,
did Okomuwa,
yeah,
from Okomuwa to just Baja, from Baja
yeah,
to,
yeah.
you know,
He's a solid player. Ayegbeni
but
is a
yeah,
solid player. He doesn't
yeah,
like to
that's it.
train. They said he doesn't like to train, but he will score.
It was, and you know that
He will score.
you know, when he was that's what the man said that we need to hand over.
Mm,
When he first got invited by Bonfrijo,
mm,
Bonfrijo will ask him to go and stay somewhere
mm,
and be watching the players play. They will also ask some other players to, yeah, just go and be watching those guys,
mm,
train. Players like Eric Chelle. I know maybe you didn't know
mm.
him.
I remember.
I remember he played for Yimba then, from there to
Mm-hmm.
Maccabi Haifa too. Just to watch them and watch those guys actually what they train. At the end of the day, he was bringing them in. Remember when they brought in Yakubu? He scored 2 goals against Sudan.
The
Was it against
Battle of Omdurman. I will
Alderman?
never forget that game.
The Battle
Yep.
of Optiman. Yes. So to tell you that
Okocha scored
sometimes
one, Ayegbeni
one,
scored two, Agawa
mhm,
scored one. Four
1-1,
zero. Kanu
4-0.
scored one. They disallowed the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Udeze, I'm going to bring him maybe probably next week. He said that when they got there, the sand they hot. They
Yeah.
cannot even they cannot even play well. But say, okay, we are here to do the job. Let's just do it. That's what I want from these guys. Who out of these guys can play in that condition?
Let me tell you, if you want to understand, if you want to get the full juicy story of the Battle of Omdurman, there's a YouTube video where Mumuni and Alao went to Togo to talk to Keshi. Went to
Hmm,
Keshi of blessed memory, was the coach of Togo.
hmm,
Keshi was the assistant to Amadou Shuaib
hmm.
in that
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
Keshi
And
narrated
and and,
everything,
and Joe Erico.
everything that happened, everything, yeah, everything that happened in that
Hmm.
when they got there and they got into the sun and look at somebody fainted or something
Yeah.
that they had to pour water and they're like, oh God, we can't play in this game, and they said, oh, we have to play. I think they put them in a secondary school place to train.
Yeah.
Sudan put them in a bad, worst condition,
Yes.
you know.
Because that time, Sudan was second in our group.
Yeah,
They had a chance to
yeah,
qualify ahead. If they win that game,
yeah,
they will go above Liberia.
yeah,
So they had a chance to go to the World Cup too. So
yeah.
they put us in a very horrible situation. That's
Bad
what
condition there, yeah.
see.
But
No, I looked at Nigeria playing Abuja. It's a luxury. It's a
yep,
luxury.
that field
If
was
you
bad.
eh,
That field was bad.
you
I
know,
still remember all the goals in my mind. I remember Yobo was one that did the leg over and gave
yeah,
Okocha. Okocha
yeah.
just whipped it. Boom, go number one.
This is
Then the combination of Ayegbeni and Agawa in that game was woof,
was this thing. So that's why I was saying that
seamless.
we should
Yeah,
take this Coco qualifier the way we took that. Because I was saying that there's no way. See, if we are going to there's one away game where we say it's going very hard for us. It's against Lesotho, not South Africa. Lesotho. They will they will say they are South Africa in disguise. I'm telling you. Because South Africa cannot treat us badly because the whole world will say
yeah, yeah. The eyes will be on them. Yeah,
the eyes will be on them. So there's nothing on that game. The game I fear is the game against Lesotho. Because they are South Africa in disguise. That's my own opinion. So
Lesotho is within South Africa, isn't it?
it's within, but they want to ban them to go and play in Botswana because of the they wanted,
Parapo, all the
yes,
parapo.
because of that issue or that yellow card. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you go and play in Botswana. But I just think that our guys should look at this game and take it very serious. When I saw the guys of yesteryears, the guys that played those World Cup qualifier,
Mm.
see, there's some World Cup qualifier that I will never forget. One World Cup qualifier, Nigeria versus Cameroon in
Yeah,
1980
yeah.
against Nigeria 1993 against Kenya when Ashikwamadu lost his job. He drew
Mm-hmm.
1-1 after we won the first game. We went to go and draw 1-1 in Kenya in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
They sacked him because they were thinking that this guy will not go take us to the World Cup. But the one we say against Burkina Faso, Philippe Jose, 27
Is
with
it the
England.
one that the keeper did? The ball went under the keeper's leg or something.
Yeah. And he said that
In
before,
Ouagadougou.
if
Yeah.
Wagadugu said
Yeah, I
before,
remember. And Amunike
the
scored one.
Burkina, yeah,
Amunike scored one. Yeah. Yeah.
American
Yeah.
Spanish,
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
I think they said that Burkina Faso they went to go and bury monkey on the beach before the start of the game. Yes, that time, man. But for Joseph, I don't. He himself is the white witch doctor. Say that I know. See, that's why I say that work qualifier. It's just like it's getting easier because of social media and everything. It's
Yeah.
and what
It's
physical.
tough. It's
It's tough.
tough. It's tough.
It's tough. So that's why. I, I,
Smith, there's one you didn't mention. When we were the 1994 World Cup qualifiers. Remember we went to Abidjan.
Abidjan.
Rashidi, I think CSS scored in that game.
Sia scored. I think that scored. And there was a ball that he was meant to pass to Yekini.
Yeah,
Remember?
CD. Yeah. And he
Mhm.
was very selfish about it. And
Very selfish.
eventually we lost. We lost
Yes,
2-1.
we lost 2-1. Yeah,
But when they came to National Stadium Surulere,
yeah. The chopper.
we destroyed them, man.
Right there.
4-1.
That time, man.
4-1.
That time,
Rashidi
man.
scored 2 goals. Yeah. That team was solid, man.
That was
Solid team.
we said
Solid
that
team.
before they start a game, they will tell among themselves that how much this will go collect. That is it, though. Because yes, now that's how much you will collect. He said, if you see Nigerian players, they come out of the dressing room, you will see laps of Uche like this. You see who be you. National Stadium in Lagos. No, when
See,
I said again, I never use home World Cup qualifier game since
and
1988.
to be honest, it's very unfair to the 2013 Nations Cup winning squad. The 94 squad are so strong, so potent. The
Yes.
influence, even Okocha, even picking where them born yesterday, he knows Okocha.
Mm-hmm.
And Okocha, the last time Okocha played for Nigeria, I can remember that game, was Nigeria versus Zimbabwe
Yes.
in 2006. No.
No,
Yeah,
Ivory Coast.
2006.
Ivory Coast. Was it Ivory Coast?
Yeah,
No.
okay, maybe Ivory Coast. He came in, but later
Final.
Mikel started playing.
Yeah.
Because I remember after that Zimbabwe game, Mikel came in and Mikel scored. He scored 2 goals.
Yes, got to goals. Yes.
He scored 2 goals in that game, and that's when Mikel was like, "Yes, I'm here."
Yes.
And they started playing Mikel. Even the game,
And
the quarterfinals against.
for club then, no.
No, it was played for Lane Oslo.
It was on that ban. They banned him for, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yamite again. So he was suspended. So and that time, there was proper handover. That midfield.
Mikel Nabola.
We had Nabola. We had Mikel.
Yeah.
That midfield. That time it was even hard for someone like Olofijano to be in that team.
It was hard.
We had Cristiano Bodo for Fiorentina.
Yeah, now is it Fiorentina or Udinese?
No, he played for Fiorentina.
He played for Udinese. He played for Fiorentina.
We had that type of player. Remember Obodo against Algeria in Blida?
I remember. He scored.
That 5 something, right?
5-2.
So sometimes when we talk about the level of talents we have, that's why when we come criticize players, it's not our fault. It's because of the level.
With sports.
Yeah.
Level we're used to in the past. Because at the end of the day, those guys already set the standard. Imagine Yusuf Ayla. Yusuf Ayla, Tonda, Yusuf.
Dynamo Kiev.
Scoring against Real Madrid in Champions League.
And that it wasn't just an ordinary goal. It was a badass goal.
See,
Zidane had to dodge for his life,
when you see, and you say, okay, the player, how many tackles he won, how many sometimes.
And again, this might sound a little bit controversial. So sometimes when they say all these boys, maybe say they don't drink Niger water, they don't fetch water, they don't go grind pepper for down the road, or carry enter bus or molue. Those things they make you talk.
But no say even Victor Moses did not really
think well.
but you can see the way Victor
But
no
Victor grew up in Nigeria now before he traveled.
hey, I
Didn't he?
know say
He
it's so
grew up
fast.
in he grew up in Nigeria now. He suffers small now.
Remember,
Because all these things,
remember,
say, just go grind pepper, enter boss, all those things, the pure,
remember,
all
Chidi
those
Odia.
things they toughen.
Yes, now,
Remember Chidi Odia?
yeah.
Of course, of
Chidi,
course.
yes,
He won the UEFA, he won the Europa League with CSK Moscow.
CSK
Yeah,
Moscow. There,
yeah, yeah.
you have players like then we had a Enyimba team that just won the CAF Champions League.
Man,
Yeah,
that team
Only,
was
only two,
strong.
yes, only two players could
Yeah,
get into the Super
yeah.
Eagles.
and they were
And
goalkeepers.
Good.
yes,
Then we had the
Obina Nwaneri,
Okobina
Maneri,
Obina,
Nwaneri,
and Obina
Ayenugba.
Nwaneri.
Ayenugba was in and out. Yeah,
Ayunugba, yeah,
yeah,
in and out.
Yes,
Yeah.
we had Obina Nwaneri. So
yeah.
you had players like Onyekachi Okonkwo, Tico.
Then Akpom was from Enyimba too, right? Akpom.
Yeah, Ujo.
Akpom.
They had a Ghanaian guy as their striker.
Just Free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Frimpong was
Freeport.
their
You have
striker.
you have Jotez Frimpong, we have Onyekachi Okonkwo, we have Muri
That's it. That
Ogunbiyi.
team. That team was
Muri
solid,
Ogunbiyi was
man.
playing for Benin Republic.
Yeah.
You had Musa Mohammed that plays right back. You had those guy with one eye. What's it called? They call him one name. Okemeri, Ogbonaya Okemeri.
That team. See. Speaking of Eyimba, right? They
Mhm.
beat Ismail 2-0 in Aba.
Yes.
So Ismail scored a goal,
Yeah.
right? They defended for their lives.
For their
When they
lives.
finished the game,
Uh-huh.
the crowd were throwing stones. They couldn't present the cup to them on the field.
Yes. Yes.
That's how bad it was.
Yes.
That atmosphere was hostile.
Oh,
I know
oh.
you know the Arabs, right?
Mhm.
Sorry, not Americans, right? They use this laser lights.
Yes. They
The
use.
Yimba were in the dressing room, armed, like guarded
Uh-huh.
for like 2-3 hours
Hmm.
before they left the stadium. Because the fans were waiting for them. That these
Yeah.
guys will kill you today. You stole our joy, Abby.
And I saw
I saw that game. I was scared.
you
I
know,
was scared for them. I wasn't even thinking about the cup anymore. Like I
yeah,
was scared because I knew that these
yes,
guys, God let them make it, let them make it out alive.
yes. You know, ah,
That's why when I hear most pundits say that we should try home based players, I'm like, what kind of sweat and blood have these home based players
mm,
done in recent time that we should give them the mantle to
there
even go
was
into
no
Super
there
Eagles?
was no Yahoo, but these players are now doing they're not serious again. These home based players are not serious. That's why sometimes it's not as if I argue against them, but sometimes I look back and I see when anybody go North Africa, they will go and beat Esperance. They will go and beat they will
Alali,
see. I don't know maybe you know this player called what's it called though? Ekene Zanwa.
I can't remember the one.
It's called Ezinwa, and there's one guy called Ayaya Ibrahim Emeka Wana. They
Okay.
call him, yeah. Maybe you forgot him. He's the
Mm,
striker in front of Enyimba, Emeka Wana. They
mm,
call him Ayaya. They signed him from Ibom Stars. You
mm.
know,
mm.
on the deadline day of the season, I think he scored like 13 goals or so. I don't know how he scored towards the, like before, like maybe like 3 games or so, he scored like 13 goals or so. He started from Ibom Stars. So you add those guys, they were playing at the peak of their power for Enyimba then win CAF Champions League. They
And they
could not even get
couldn't get
caps
into the
in
Super
Nigeria.
Eagles.
They could not even get caps because you had Yakubu scoring 16, 17 goals in the Premier League. 16, 17 goals in the Premier League.
Yakubu, there was a season he had like 20 goals now.
Yes, now
Yeah.
scoring
Yeah,
that
Yak
kind of
had
goals in
20
the Premier
goals
League.
for Everton. Yeah,
You
in one
had some
season.
players, you had Martins scoring goals. And really Makiwa scoring like 13, 14 goals for Atlanta. I don't
And
know.
Yakubu was scoring against big teams, so it
Big
wasn't just scoring
teams,
against small teams. He
small
scored
teams.
he
So,
scored against Arsenal, scored against Man U, Chelsea. He was scoring against big teams. It was
yes,
just not small teams. Yeah, yeah.
yes. So when you hear all those things, you just realize, say, and some people, a player will be doing some this thing here. So, super ego. So, I just don't want to.
So as my own thing, right? I've thought about this thing before. So times. So
Mhm.
now, right? Okay, now we don't have, okay, name a single player that plays like Ronaldinho now and Nokucha in the world that you know on the main stage?
No,
Nah,
The
no,
mid stage.
nah, nah,
no.
nobody. But do you know that in 20 years' time, another guy can come and start playing like Okocha,
Yes,
or 10 years' time? So let me tell you
yes.
something. Everything is all about timing. So you are an encyclopedia. Pele won his first World Cup at the age of 17,
Mm-hmm,
1958.
mm-hmm,
Then they did something crazy. 1962, they won it back to back.
mm-hmm,
Then 1966, I think they got to the finals. They lost
mm-hmm.
because that's that period. Brazil
That
was hard.
England won in 66 years.
Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, so it's 66. It was England. Then it wasn't Brazil. It was England, Germany, or something. Then
Mm-hmm,
1970, Pele was already 30 years old
mm-hmm.
and he won his third World Cup.
Yes.
Do you know that Brazil had to wait for another 24 years
Mm-hmm,
before they won the next World Cup, right? And that during
mm-hmm,
that period, they had patches of players,
mm-hmm.
Socrates, Zico, and all
Zico.
those things. Then
Yeah.
later, a set of players just arose again.
Mm-hmm.
Romario,
Yeah.
Donga,
Yeah.
Cafu,
Yeah. Yeah.
young Ronaldo,
Ronaldo. Yes.
Rai,
Beto.
Romario,
Bebeto, Leonardo.
Ronaldo. Yes.
Bro, I remember
Rivaldo.
that. I have their jersey. I have their 94 jersey
Mm-hmm,
to tell you how I'm a big fan of
mm-hmm.
that team. Then later they tried it again in 98, but
It didn't work.
Ronaldo was sick in the final. No,
Yeah.
Ronaldo was sick in the final.
Yeah.
It wasn't Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
And they now say, okay, we didn't do well in 98, 2002. They came
It
back
worked.
and they
Uh-huh.
collected the cup, right? So I
Uh-huh.
feel like it's all times and seasons. Nigeria will, we might not this might not be the best time for the generation of Nigerian footballers. I mean, to be honest, even the Nations Cup, who thought we
Uh-huh.
were going to get to the final? Let's be honest. Some of
Uh-huh.
us thought we were the quarterfinal, semi-final, normal, normal. We got to the final. So people were even like, okay, let's give
But
them some pass.
but I feel like with our glory years or the years
Mhm,
that we did well, there
yeah.
was proper preparation. We could see players move from under 17 to under 20, from under
Mm-hmm.
20, under 23, and then to Super Eagles. So there was a process,
Yeah.
especially with our teams. But now we
Mm-hmm.
do not have. When was the last time we had like an under 17 do well? When was the last time we saw players like Osimhen in under 17? When was the last time we saw someone like Taiwo in under 20?
Yeah.
When was the
20.
last time we saw someone like
Miguel.
Miki
Miguel.
or
So,
Buki in under 20?
so
So
I just want to end this way. I'll have like
Mm,
3 minutes.
mm,
So, I said something. I watched this podcast. You guys can check it out, please. It's the high performance podcast of Mikel. He explained everything that happened from play two, Jos to Chelsea to everything. He explained everything. In fact, it was like a 30 minutes. I've never seen him explain it like that. See, this football, now mafia business.
mm.
He explained everything. But what kept on just is that he went to Man United for trials. Silas Ferguson will pick him up. Say, no, you don't go play with 19. You're coming to this thing. So Roy King, Ferdinand, all of them, who is this young guy? You know, they now ask him to go to Nigeria to go and stay. And when he's 18, you come back. When he went to Nigeria, Jesse, Dodge, go and meet the boy in Nigeria. Say, come, see, come and play.
Because
Oh.
his level was a different level.
But I can't, when I saw this boy play in Finland in 2003, that's about 20.
yeah, 2003.
Under
That's
Guavon,
17.
Guavon.
Other Egbafon, yeah.
Yeah, it was John, Michael, I think we call him Michael. I saw him in that midfield alongside with Emmanuel Saki. I saw Emmanuel Saki on the wings. I saw Basil Buki up front. And there's one boy called Solomon Koronko. He played for Atabalin later.
I know Solomon Komo.
So when I saw this boy, see, I don't know, he don't tell. But as at that time, I saw talent, raw talent, raw gold there. I wasn't surprised that this guy we be like this. I wasn't surprised. I was just asking, where is it? 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 So I wasn't surprised. So my issue now, I want to ask you, Fab.
2005, we
Wow,
now saw him in his full
Under 20.
glory.
Yeah.
yes. No,
Hey,
no. When he now came back 2005,
whew.
know that it was not the one playing that position when he went to the AFCON. It was one guy called Kola Anubi.
Mm,
Mm.
Kola Anubi, he did so well against Morocco semi-finals, against, he did so well. Honestly, I said, but when Mikel came, see, those people playing front and everything, the level was too much. And said that,
mm.
where FIFA said, who is the boy? He said, is this boy? He said, okay, let's watch him play. Eh? Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, continue, continue
That
fighting.
tournament was so good.
So
It was so
good,
good.
yeah.
It was so good.
Was so good.
You know
So,
that
so good.
Liam
Whew.
Babel reminded Mikel that you know that I play with you, I played against you in the
That
United.
penalty that took long in the
Yes, yes.
quarterfinals.
He told him now.
That was lacing his boots. He was
Mikel
lacing
already
his
forgot
boots.
that Babel was there. So
Mm,
oh, he said that, yes, I played against you now. He said he told Mikel. So I want to ask you this question:
yes.
when are we going to have? I'm going to start with your opinion to which wrap it up. When are
Yeah.
we going to have a talent like that John Mikel again? That clubs will be fighting for him. Let me just start from you, John.
I said it earlier, Smith. It's time. It's all time. See, this generation might not produce, and it's a very sad reality. This generation might not produce another Mikel or coach anymore.
Hmm.
But in the next 10, 15 years, or even earlier than that, another person will spring up. That's life.
Hmm.
That is life. I gave you the example of Brazil. It took them 24 years to win their fourth World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last time they won their World Cup was 2002.
Two.
So that means 2026 will be their 24th year since they've won the last World Cup. And to be honest, it doesn't look like they're going to win it in 2002. They
Yeah.
don't look like the team. So
Yeah.
it might even take longer. And does that mean that Brazil is dead forever? No. Look at Argentina, for example. Argentina, the last time they won it was 1986.
Mm-hmm.
The
Hmm.
1990, they got to the finals. They didn't get to the finals again until
That's what it meant.
2014.
Yeah.
And I felt like that 2014 was the strongest squad that
Mm-hmm.
Messi has ever played with.
Mm-hmm.
But they just squandered chances. And what happened? Goats in the extra time, he scored.
Yes.
They should have won that 2014
Mm-hmm.
in Brazil.
Yeah.
But see, look at the time they now won it.
Mm-hmm.
2022.
2022.
That's how
So
many years?
the game in 2018, the thing that they're going to win in 2018 was
Yeah,
just
yeah. 2014. So 2014 plus 14 years plus 22. It took them 36 years.
mm-hmm. Hmm.
Because a kid born in 1986 in
Mm-hmm.
2022 is 36.
Yeah. Hmm.
So time has a way of replenishing things. It takes away the old thing, new things come in, and when new things come in, new things are full of surprises. So do I know when? I know it's a matter of when, not a matter of if. Nigeria is too populated not to say randomly we know we can't get one no no no
Where would
no.
that type of player come from? Will you from the diaspora or from the local league?
It doesn't matter. It could come from either one. It could come from the local league. It could come from an academy. It could come from diaspora. I'm even thinking more, it's probably going to be a Nigerian born guy that will have
Mm-mm.
this kind of skill sets.
Yeah.
Born bred in Nigeria, drink pure water, grind pepper, tamulu. So I'm just kidding. But yeah. It's all time. Time is a healer. And you just remember, oh, by the way, I used to play like Hopefully it's not going to be too long, but
Mhm.
it's just time. It's
Yeah.
just time. I don't know when, but I think I hope it's earlier though, so that nobody say when I don't 90 now, they'll go, I will, or 80.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think
so
I think
Uche,
I think we'll produce another talent,
yeah.
or a set of look at another thing before I finish. Look at Japan 93.
Mm-hmm.
We won.
Mm-hmm.
Kano, Roma. Then I used to pity Kano that this guy, go faint, oh, because he used to
Mm-hmm.
walk like he's about to faint, very
Yeah.
tall guy, Uruma, Anosike, Babayaro brothers, and all those guys, right? Then we waited. Okpabumi tried in 2001, but it didn't work out
Yeah.
again. So we waited to 2007, Christansus,
Yeah. Hmm.
right? So look at that gap. 1993, we didn't win another one till 2007,
7.
14 years.
Yes. Hmm.
And that 93 squad produced superstars. Oruma.
Superstars.
Yeah, Oruma. Kanu, they
Abayaro.
were the two main. So like, oh, God bless you.
Yes.
Three.
Yes.
If an under 17 team can produce even two, is enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Three.
Yes.
Then 2007, that squad, all those Haruna Ibrahim, Haruna Babangida, Haruna Ibrahim, and all that. They did that short guy that was like a Okocha that we thought was going to be the Okocha.
Rabi
And
Ibrahim.
yeah, he did pan out, He
Yeah.
wearing, Then look at it now. Back to 2013, we produced Kelechi, Ian Nacho. Let's call it what it is. Kelechi has tried for Nigeria. I think we had the best of Kelechi when it was at Man City.
Yes.
Then when a little bit of we saw a glimpse of it when he won the FA Cup with Leicester.
Leicester.
But
Yeah.
the best of Kelechi was when he was at Man City. After
Mm-hmm.
he got to Leicester, his confidence just started dropping.
Yeah. Sure.
So look at
Mm.
it, right? We've seen Awoniyi too.
Yeah. I want
Then
you there.
look at what's his name? Osimhen set. We have
Yeah.
Osimhen and we have Chukwueze, right?
Yeah.
Fine, they didn't win the AFCON, but they would say we got to the AFCON finals.
Yeah.
Easy,
Yeah.
easy now.
Eh,
So we just want to see that time has a way of replenishing old things and bringing in new things. So all these static midfielders are no fit sabi run with the ball. They will hang their boots one day. They'll become pundits. They'll become legends or whatever, business owners. New people will come. The
Mm-hmm.
squad, soldier come, soldier go, Barra go
Sugar go.
remain.
Sugar go.
That's the thing, bro.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. When and where is the next Mikel coming from?
I think for me, I feel we need to get MPFL right. When we get that right, let's say we get to the point when an MPF player right now, MPM player cannot leave Nigeria and go to Europe, and maybe get to Belgian league, get to what's the name, Spanish league, La Liga, or League One, and then be a starter, not having to go to Croatia first before you can then learn the trade. I feel like when we get to that point, that's when we'll be able to produce the next Okocha, because it used to happen in 2003. Players would play in MPFL, leave the league, go
Mm-hmm.
to one of the top leagues, and continue from there. They don't have to go through training. They'll
Mm-hmm.
all go back and fail training and come back home. So those are the kind of things we need here.
Can I say something about
Yeah.
what Uche just said? Good point. But I want to put an extra layer on top of it, right? I want to see a league where even players don't have to leave the country, but they can still compete against any player all over the world. When our players, especially the home base, when they play, I've seen them play like play like a big team. You could see that intimidation when they play them.
Mm-hmm.
You could see that inferiority complex when
Complex,
they
yeah.
play those players. I want a league that even though you don't leave the league,
Mm-hmm.
right, you are
Mm-hmm.
good enough as somebody playing in Europe.
Mm-hmm. But Janopi, if I'm I mean I'm a researcher, I don't research my own thing. The
Mm.
problem with the league, if I'm not mistaken, is more than beyond the physical. You see players that bet on matches.
Ah,
You see referee that is posting on fixing matches. You see players losing a game celebrating that they don't hit jackpots. That those things that I'm talking about, there was no betting. What we were had was pool. If you know what's called
Mm.
pool. Pool, it was
Yeah.
you could just pick draws and you don't win or buy Jebu jackpot. You don't
Mm.
jackpot. But all this Yahoo thing, this betting thing has crippled into the system. There's no integrity again.
Mm.
For example,
Mm.
now you will see a player in the Nigerian league. A player went abroad, he failed medical because for example, if they are doing drug tests for most of our players, back home, a player that just finished doing something, say he wants to go and play football because say football no be for small, no be ordinary IO.
Mm.
How do you expect to get performances from that player? See, we are not uh, we are not following the trend
it,
of what is expected. And the problem is this. What happened in Kenya, If they investigate well in Nigeria,
mm,
a lot of people will be in prison by now because of this same problem. Fatal Dada said it on Ghana radio, said that when he was in Enyimba, they went to go and play a game. Enyimba players were celebrating because they lost that game, because they have placed bet on their team that they will lose. So how will players not bet on this when you don't pay salaries? There's a lot of things. There's one guy, Andrew Uwe. He said something that, why will I leave Nigeria when I have my own house, I have my own car, everything is there. He was playing for, was he MPA there? Like, I have my own team. Why will I go abroad? But nowadays, we see our players going. One of the
Tanzania.
best, one of the
Odegbami
best.
even said the same thing, that there was no
Yes,
point going to play abroad.
Yeah.
He
yes,
had he had contacts, he had
yes,
all the main distribution for drinks, for beer. He don't collect them.
yes.
So what's
Now,
he going to do in
what
Europe?
when
And
Odegbami
he was
was,
playing. Is a Odegbami a world class player? Because he was
yes,
playing at the world. He was playing
what
for Shooting Stars,
is
but he was
that?
playing at the top,
Top,
top, top,
top level.
top
And
level.
you know when he was doing his wedding, celebrating his wedding, then it was Ebenezer Obey that that played to tell you how big it was, how many MPFL player can call a musician like that. Are you
He
getting
was
what I'm
he
trying to
was
say?
he was on another
It
level, man. That guy
was
was
it
on another
was
level,
like
man.
on a different level. And he was left Nigeria. Said it was too cold. He came back. It was too cold for him to go and play. So, in my own opinion, there's a lot of things wrong, and I see that the level of talent we have in the league is going down.
Yeah.
Going down. Coaches don't understand games. No, then people, I don't know. Maybe some people are older enough here in this comment section. 1991, Amadou Shuaibu went to Brazil to go and bring 3-5-2 formation.
Mm, mm,
He came with he used that one for Business of Boko. He won the league with it. It
mm,
was strange formation, strange formation. I was just saying that
mm,
because what we knew was 4-4-2.
mm,
There 4-4-2, 4-3-3. We have coach innovating. For example, now before I wrap it up finally, because I will not overshoot. A coach in the NPFL, they ask him, why can't you just try and play from the back? Play from the back. Because NPFL, you never see NPFL player play from the back. NPFL team, they don't play from the back.
mm,
Just play
mm,
from the back. He played from the back in preseason. He was winning he was winning three uh 3-0, 4-0. But when season starts, he went back to his old ways.
mm,
They started beating him. The sack that he was scared of, that if he played from the back, that he was scared of, maybe they going to sack him. They sack him later after he was
mm,
playing his useless boss. So we don't see coaches coming to innovate. Coaches that understands the game. When I hear some things from our coaches back home, I am
mm.
sad. Say, do your thing now. Put your body, put body, put body. See na tactics be that. Put body, put body. Better pass you. Put body
Mm.
is that coaching. So we have players issue. That's why I'm scared about the generation. This generation, we have players issue. We have coaches issue. There's no in the back home. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. You
Things
see,
will change. Things will change. They just have to
But
enforce the
they are
right
they
rules.
are they putting things to change? Like
I don't think so.
recently
I don't think so. I don't
I
think so.
heard I heard I had read like a news piece where they said Guavon was organizing coaching clinic
No,
for
it's going to CAFB. It's
CAF.
going on currently in Abuja.
Yeah,
So,
CAF.
Mm,
But how if the thing is, will they make sure that the CAF B is CAF B and not reduce the standard of that CAF
no,
B?
no, the problem there, why they took CAFB away from Nigeria was that when they do it in Nigeria, everybody they pass. So they now went to Ghana. Oh, okay, everybody is passing.
mm,
So in that class, somebody is failing.
Nobody's feeling.
So they took it away. See, we have to be serious. And I'm going to wrap it up by saying it this way: the NFF needs to understand the problem and not self denial. Understand the
Yeah,
problem. See, I don't have now. I've come to reality that in Nigeria we cannot conquer age What I would not like is that you are over age and you're not good enough. For players are overage before now. I don't want to mention players we don't mention here before. They are overage. But they play for 7 years for Nigeria now. They left back for Marcel. Because I don't hold now. I know we are going with this now. But he played 7 good years for Nigeria. He won the league with Marcel. Fantastic. No, I'm just trying to say that if you can still give us 7, 8 years, not like Friday Inyam that play under 17 and under 20 in 2007 and 2009 for Gombe United retired. No,
Stanley
we
Okoro,
don't, we don't want that. At
Stanley
least
Okoro, Nigeria Messi.
7 to 10 years, at least.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I just
They
think that
said, sorry,
yeah,
Smith, they said, people that knew Tai that anytime he wants to play free kick in Lagos, where he used to play on the field, keeper go run, come out from post. Nobody want that. Keeper
I,
for don't run, say City, because the guy's shot was crazy.
yes,
The keeper will just run away from the post there. Just
yes.
score and
I,
let's start the
I,
game.
I think for longevity, like what should be done is like maybe +3 minus +3 or +4, like maybe within that
Eh,
age.
it's not bad. Plus three, plus four, we understand that one. It's
Yeah.
not bad. But
Plus
the
three,
But
problem
plus three, plenty. Oh.
he plenty of but he better, he better.
is okay.
It's okay.
So are you saying that some of these players are plus more than plus three?
Yeah,
See,
now.
let me tell you something.
Before now.
I know somebody in Super Eagles camp. I'm saying it here now. This last camp, on paper, is 20 something years, but he's 41.
Eh,
This Super Eagles camp, not mention the person's name. On paper,
41.
on paper is around 20 something, but in reality, he's 40. He was born in 19. Okay, it's 40, but in 1985.
Jesus. Wow.
Yes.
Oh man, that one plenty. Oh.
That's a
Ah,
lot.
that
That's
one
like
is like
plus
plus.
12. That's like plus 12 or 13 or
No, no, no,
something.
no. Based on this, I don't go want to mention the article or something. But it's more than plus 15.
Ah,
Gosh.
It's more than plus 15, and you go and shave beard.
That's why they don't trust. That's why when those guys come, go, even if he plays well, they'll still tell them to train and train and train because they wouldn't wanna.
and that's why they usually go out and fail West in the medicals.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
So no, what? See, I don't want to even go into that. I don't want to go into that. I know of somebody that came for medical. She check everything. The one want to go and check the teeth. The doctor
Ah,
said that in his life, he has never seen a teeth of a 22-year-old be like this. So in his life, say, this type of is 41, 42.
I think I know that player, but
He
I
has
keep
been a dentist for so long. Say this teeth is not 22 years old teeth. So this around for something years. But what did you do to your teeth? What has been happening? But see, if we continue to do things like that, this way, things not go change. Oh.
yeah.
Things will not change. Things will not change. Oh. So let me just say something. So that we mention this thing. The person, I don't want to mention the tribe where it come from. It's not from the north. Let me just put it that way. It's not from the north. They're saying that
It-
it's not from the north. It's not from the north. And when I saw that thing, that was why. See, if I want to be that type of person, I have
40.
like about three places where the guy don't change age. Where I get, well, okay,
Ah,
what's business? Yes, now all these things. See, I know there are three places where the guy don't change age. Where I see. I just say me if you want to investigate, we dey go down deep down. We dey go deep down.
but my problem is they know this age stuff, right? But they still want to come in and represent a country that they know is
My
bigger.
brother, I see. Let me tell you something. There's somebody who be say want to play under 20.
Yeah.
Somebody now sent his passport to me in 2013. The boy was The boy was with one academy in Lagos. I don't want to use academy. The academy was owned by one of you know the elder brother of Super Eagles legend. I don't want to mention the academy.
I know the legend you're talking about.
I was like, so this person, that's why I'm 13. Not be 13. Then Simon they play at 20. And they play at 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Simon
this,
played on a 20.
yeah, he played at 20 in 2013. And
Okay, okay,
this
okay, okay,
player
okay.
want to come and play at 20. 10 years after.
Ew.
Is he born again? Like, no.
Is it possible for me to go into my mother's womb and enter again?
I just look at those things, but it's just that all those conversations. I just think that we should not do self denial. We have to address it. It
Yeah.
cannot be this age. A player in this under 20 team now, I will say it. He came and said that he joined this team when they were still amateur in 2012. In
What?
2012, you joined your team in 2012, and now you are still 18 years of age.
Is it?
Hey, this is 2012 is 13 years after.
I remember, was it 2007 when I think when they played a team in the semifinals or quarterfinals,
Uh-huh.
Nigerian team, those guys were crying.
Mm-hmm.
You know why they were crying? They said these people were playing, they are bros. They were not crying because they lost. They were crying
Mm-hmm.
because they were like, no, this is
Oh,
not right.
was it
And
was
look
it
at it,
under
look at
20?
it.
Under 20,
Yeah,
right?
2007, under 17,
17.
2007. Now, a certain in that competition, a certain the golden player of that competition was a
Yes.
Nigerian guy, and I'm not going to mention the name.
Mm-hmm.
The
Tisha.
second guy, you said it. The second guy is a guy from Ghana, and the
Mm-hmm.
third guy was Cruz
Cruz.
of
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
Germany.
that set. Yeah.
This 2007. So 2007 is 18 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
right? Cruz is still playing, right? Or
No,
is
He
he
just
retired.
tired
retired?
now. Just tired
He
now.
just retired. He's
Yeah.
won everything as a player.
Mm-hmm.
The other Nigerian guy went to Greece, went to Spain, it didn't work out, ended up the guy is not playing football now as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
The last time they checked on the Ghanaian one, it was playing for Ashanti Kotoko in Ghana.
Hmm.
And that just I don't need to say more than that. You just
Mm-hmm.
add maybe you put on one and two together. The Cruz that was third in that competition,
Yes.
he was actually under 17.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So when clubs invest in a player and they ask you for your age, it's not just because
Uh-huh.
they want to know your age, because you're an investment to them. They want to plan your player development. So
Mm-hmm.
by the time they say, okay, you are 19 now or 22, okay, this time you suppose they peak, but then
Mm-hmm.
they're going to fall. They're going to look say, what's happen?
Okay. Some players failed MRI when they were playing at 17 in Nigeria.
Mhm.
They're using the same passports. And you are saying that they failed MRI. Oh. The same passport they used to fail MRI. They're using to play up to now. Oh. So what are you expecting? What are you expecting? So because they between no, we should just take it easy because they failed MRI. When they are failed, if you have failed MRI and test you 3 times, you failed MRI. So okay,
FIFA
oh,
supposed ban that passport.
supposed to ban that person, but that person is using the same passport now. That's my issue. Is that when you be expecting the player to be picking to be doing this, what would the player do? David
Is,
De
is
Gea,
that is
It's a
that why they
systemic
don't
problem.
is that why
It's a
they don't
systemic
get
problem.
you
is
didn't
that why
mention
they
David
don't
De
get
Gea
big
in that
clubs?
7. No, it was the goalkeeper for Spain. David De Gea, the goalkeeper for Spain.
David, God
Yeah.
bless you, David.
He was
Gea,
goalkeeper for
yeah,
Spain now.
De Gea was
Look
the
at
goalkeeper of Spain.
2009. Ter
2000
Stegen was the goalkeeper of Germany.
Let me shock you.
that
1999,
team that team made
Nigeria
Samira
1999.
set.
Uh-huh.
Ronaldinho was there now. Ronaldinho
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria
was
99. Ronaldo was there.
yeah.
Xavi Hernandez was there.
Yes.
Yes.
Xavi
I
was there.
think I want to
I think Casillas
believe
was there.
eh?
Casillas was
Casillas
there.
was there. Casillas was there in 1999. That Nigeria birthed some stars. Oh.
Pius Ikedia.
Yeah, but I beg you. I'm talking of people that
No,
lasted
no,
for a
they
long
talk
time.
about Nigeria version now.
Okay. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The only two players that really thrived a little bit was Yobo and Agawa.
Agawa. I go
Every other person.
Jumbo.
Ikedia had patches, but
Rabia Falabi had patches too, but no.
yeah.
Remember,
It was only
remember
Agao
that.
and Yobo. I was
Remember
even
that.
surprised that Yobo will even thrive because
Yeah,
in the
yeah. He did
competition,
do well.
I
He
didn't.
was a
It
striker.
was just there. Yeah,
He was a striker then,
yeah,
so he didn't
yeah,
really do this thing. So
yeah.
we just need to be sincere with this ourselves, so that at the end of the day, we will not regret it. Say this thing. So I don't overshoot my time, but guys,
Is it? But Smith is a systematic problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
If
a very
those
problem.
guys, if we, I remember, and I'm sorry, I remember one essay competition I did when I was in primary school. I
Mm-hmm,
can never forget that thing. I went to write one common entrance. So the article was a child that grew up in a third world country
mm-hmm,
versus a child that grew up in a first world country. When the child wakes up, the thing when you go first see, you go see lights, you go see
mm-hmm.
water, you go run shower, hot water go come out, cool water go come out. But the guy who grew up in third world country, there's a chance that if he waka 10 kilometers or maybe 2 kilometers,
Mm-hmm.
be economical, go fetch the water. So the disparity in
Mm-hmm.
things, what
Is
people face. So it's hard for you to judge someone. I'm not condoning it.
yeah,
But if the system is there, right,
yeah.
where they don't even need to lie
Mm-hmm.
about their age,
They,
nobody will lie now.
nobody will lie down.
Nobody will lie. It's a systemic problem.
I want to say
Yeah,
something
fire,
here.
yeah, yeah,
Something. Remember, Osimhen set.
yeah,
Remember, Haidara was in that set too.
yeah, yeah,
So you see that Mali is doing work to ensure that they bring up young
yeah.
talent. We see the talent would stay for the next 12 years,
Mm-hmm.
15 years, playing at a high level.
Uh-huh.
So see the midfield of Mali, you will know that okay, these midfielders are very, very young. You saw even one of them.
Don't go far. 2007 under 20 World Cup. Six of the Argentine players that played in that tournament, they won the World Cup for Argentina. They built that team based on that team that played in that 2017. Guys, thank you guys for actually joining. Thank you. So thanks for joining.
Yes,
Um
sir.
yes, thank you. And also thank you for joining too. Uche,
Mm,
thank you for joining. So guys, I'll see you again next Friday, guys. I don't just use my time. So see you again on Friday for Friday Night Football Club. Thank you guys for actually joining. 2 hours 2 minutes again today. I planned 2 hours, but the conversation just kept on going on and going. And I want to thank my gifters too. Thank you guys. I want to just mention your name quickly. Greg, Ladikwa and my man. Greg, thank you for actually work for your gifts. Greg again, thank you for your gifts. Scoreboard Symphony, thank you for your gift. Uchechuku Urogu, thanks for your gift. Haidoton, thanks for your gift. Sport Grinder, my man, thanks for your gift. Ladikwa and thanks for your gift. Ladikwa and too, twice, thank you for your gift. You say Ladikwa and say the one where you send last. Is it my is it my is it my share? From what happened today? Eh? That's why the last one, she's not my share from what happened today. So thank you, my man, for your love. Thank you, TC Gogo. I know you were actually what you came, sometimes ago to actually what to check on us today. Thank you for joining. So Amo, all of you, I appreciate all of you for your support. At least we maintain like around 110, 120, at the peak today, watching us this late in the UK. We're gonna come here again on Friday. And to hope by Friday we already have like a decision about the Mokwena case, so we can be able to discuss the way forward. Because just discuss the way forward and how Nigeria can qualify directly from this group. So I want to appreciate you once more for joining. I remain your host, Smith Lai. Don't forget to join me again with IoT on from Nigeria FC podcast on Tuesday, and also we are doing a series about Nigerian players, on Eagle Striker. We are ranking Nigerian players from midfielders, strikers, defenders. A couple of us, do those questions. We're doing that one. So guys, don't forget to actually want to also stay tuned. As soon as the video is out, I'll also share it on my page. So guys, thank you for actually for your love. Enjoy your weekend, and yeah, stay safe. Thank you.